All right, welcome to our office cringiest episodes reading. Let's see. So I had a character list right here. Okay, so as Pam Beasley, we have Anne. Eric's going to be playing Michael Scott. Jeremy is going to be playing Andy Bernard, Meredith Palmer, and Phyllis Lappin, and later Vance. Matt Edwards is going to be playing Jim Halpert. Colby is going to be playing Dwight Schrute. Travis is going to be playing Ryan Howard and Roy. Megan will join us later, and she's going to be playing Erin Hannon. Alexis is going to be playing Angela Martin and Helene Beasley. Michael's going to be playing Kevin Malone, Todd Packer, Daryl, Robbie, and Hank. George is going to be playing Stanley Hudson, Creed Bratton, Ed Truck, and the teacher from Scott's Tots. Clinton is going to be playing Robert California, Toby, and Nate. Zach's going to be playing Oscar Martinez, Hunter, so the guy who sings in the dinner party, and then a bunch of other parts, Gabe Lewis, obviously. And then I'm going to be playing Kelly Kapoor, Jan Levinson, and Nellie Bertram. Oh, and then Cass is going to be doing scene directions. Cool, so let's get started.
All right, The Office, episode The Carpet, first revised blue shooting draft. Interior office, day 1. Jim, at his desk, looks over at reception. Reveal Ryan now sits there.
What?
Nothing. Pam's on vacation.
Jim tugging in his head.
She gets back tomorrow. So it'll be nice to see her. It'll be nice. She set a date for the wedding with Roy for the fall, September. Should be nice. And that's that, I guess.
Interior office, Jim looks over again at Ryan at reception.
What?
Ryan talking in his head.
Jim's been looking at me kinda a lot all week. I would be creeped out by it, but it's nothing compared by the way Michael looks at me.
Interior office reception area a little later. Ryan at reception looks up to see Michael in his office peering at Ryan through the blinds. End of cold open. Fade in, interior office, early morning. Pam settles in at reception as Michael walks in for the day.
Spamster!
Pam plus...
Hamster.
Pam plus...
Hamster.
Right.
Chlamydia, type of ED. Anyway, welcome back. How was your vacation?
Great.
Did you get lucky?
Pam glares at him, then talks in her head.
Ryan and I just got back from the Poconos, and I get 10 vacation days a year, and I take all of them in a row at the beginning of January. If I should spread them out and pace myself, but...
Interior office. Michael speaks.
I am Pam. Coley guy. Anyway.
Michael heads into his office, opening the door and instantly recoiling.
Oh, yuck. Oh, God.
He closes the door.
What?
Stink. There's a stink in there. Oh, God. Ugh.
Michael opens the door and heads in again. Pam covers her mouth. She can smell it too. Michael comes back out and closes the door.
What is that? Dead bird?
It's not a dead bird.
Michael enters once again for a quick look and comes back out.
How could that happen? They're right in the middle?
Kevin enters and stops by Michael's door.
What's going on?
Someone vomited right in the middle of the office carpet.
Kevin takes a quick peek and then recoils back.
I don't think that's vomit.
You can't rule vomit out.
90% sure.
Going. I'm 95% sure. You're a dorky accountant, poor geek.
A few minutes later, Michael, Pam, and Kevin are now joined by Stanley, Dwight, Phyllis, and Toby. Michael opens the door, everybody peers in, then quickly recoils.
Oh! I cannot believe that a pipe burst and left that there.
There's no burst pipe.
Well, then what is it?
Could be an animal?
Could be an accident.
No such thing as an accident.
Dwight shifts his vantage point.
That's odd. From this angle, it looks totally different. Wait, I think the smell went away.
No.
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 Stanley shakes his head and walks away.
So odd. There's a slight discoloration, but everywhere.
There could have been a flood and the water receded.
Maybe it grew.
What?
With enough light and water, anything can grow.
I don't know.
People
man.
keep staring, puzzled.
I don't know.
It's really gross.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
Wait, how do we know that the sight and the smell are connected? How do we know this is even happening?
Because we know that we sometimes... What is this?
The most logical thing to do is analyze the blast pattern.
From outside Michael's office window, we see Creed entering for the day. He sniffs.
Someone cooking something?
In the office, a few minutes later, people still stand around. A cleaning lady with a mask on comes out of Michael's office with a plastic garbage bag tied tightly.
All clean?
She gives the okay sign and walks out. Michael enters and quickly exits.
Still stinky?
Oh, it's worse.
She probably scrubbed it into the fibers of the carpet.
Michael talking in his head. He's trying extra hard to act normal for the camera, but he's getting increasingly nauseated.
I'm a huge fan of Fear Factor. So actually, I'm a huge fan of anything Joe Rogan does. Maybe I'll make this my audition tape. Oh man, I can't do it. I can't say it here in a second. Oh my God.
Michael quickly runs off. A few minutes later, Jim enters for the day and heads right to Pam's desk, excited.
Hey, welcome back.
Thanks.
How was the resort? Did you ski a lot?
A little.
Good.
Roy and Daryl exit Michael's office, carrying out Michael's bookcase. His desk is already in the conference room.
What's going on?
The camera pushes in on his face, and Jim notices. He talks in his head.
What? I didn't do it. That sounds disgusting.
Ryan talking in his head.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Interior office. As Roy passes Jim, they exchange a nod. Pam and Roy exchange a big smile. Jim notices Michael sitting at Jim's desk.
Jim, I thought we'd be desk buddies while we get my carpet changed.
Sharing might be difficult with the one computer, but there's an empty desk in the back.
Michael just looks at him.
Oh, sorry. Which I guess I will take.
Seriously, don't mind sharing.
I seriously will be in the back.
Jim walks to the back room. Interior office annex. Moments later, Jim walks in from the kitchen and looks around for a desk with a computer. Not finding one, he heads into the office annex cubicle area, where Kelly sits at one desk and the other is free.
Hey, Kelly.
Are you moving back here?
Jim gets settled in.
Just today, while Michael's at my desk.
Okay.
Jim turns on the computer and gets a file out of his bag.
Because Toby used to sit there, and he had to move because of an allergy.
An allergy to what? His desk?
Weird.
Jim starts to work.
How was your weekend?
Fun. How about yours?
Well, I went to the new mall in Wilkes Barre. It had its ups and downs.
Good. That means you're really living. What were the ups?
Really? Well, the best thing that happened was my friend Ashley I was with my friend Ashley, and we saw this really tall guy and this really short guy walking together. The worst was that Abercrombie and Fitch was all one level.
Huh.
Interior office, Jim and Dwight's desk. Michael at Jim's desk sits back and dramatically puts his feet up on the desk.
Ah, the bullpen.
Bullpen, baby.
Don't hate me.
Okay.
This is great. The pressures of my office are insane. There's no way I could make you understand, really. But out here, you all have it so easy. And it's just make a sale, have some fun, do a shot, play a prank, party, make another call, party some more.
Michael runs his hand over Jim's desk.
I used to sit here, you know.
No way.
Yeah. And do you know who sat at your desk?
That guy Miles, who I replaced because he started his own company?
Before him.
Who?
Todd Pecker.
I thought he just worked the road.
Yeah, but it was an empty desk, so sometimes he came in and sat there.
And who had your office?
Michael gets lost in thought, and from his expression, it's not a good thought.
Ed Truck.
Michael talking in his head. Insert a newsletter shot of Ed Truck with young Michael.
Ed Truck was the manager before me. Horrible. He hated fun. It was like, oh no, Ed Truck is walking this way. I better stop having fun or pretend to work. What a jerk. I swore to myself if I ever got to walk around the room as manager, people would laugh when they saw me coming and applaud when I walked away. If Ed saw that, he would roll over in his grave. Actually, still living. I saw him in the supermarket a few weeks ago.
Dwight talking in his head. Under the talking head, there's a shot of Angela handing Dwight a folder and a tiny bit of eye contact between them.
Sitting next to Michael is like a huge gift. This girl I know would call it a gift from God, but I don't know about all that.
Interior office annex cubicle area. Kelly is still talking to Jim.
I'm serious. My closet doors will not shut. It only takes so long to measure to make sure clothes will hang up. All the hangers are like this big. How could the closet engineer not think of that?
Maybe he was an unlicensed closet engineer.
Jim's joke goes right past Kelly.
Right, so now I'm back to my old system of leaving clothes in piles and walking through the piles to pick out an outfit, which is fine, it works for me, but then why do I have a closet at all?
Excuse me a second.
Jim gets up and walks into the kitchen. In the kitchen spy shot, Jim is heading through it to the main area when he sees through the door that Roy is hanging on Pam's desk, talking with her in a way that Jim might. Pam laughs with Roy. Jim backs up and returns to the annex. He sees Kelly, turns around and looks lost for a beat. Then he heads into the bathroom. Interior office, Michael and Dwight sit and look at each other.
Dwight.
Michael?
Let's go send up accounting.
What?
Send them up, send them out. Mester Shasta. An old-fashioned raid. Sales on accounting. Follow my lead.
Michael and Dwight get up and casually walk over to the accounting area.
What's up?
Michael?
Michael and Dwight exchange a smile and then... Michael and Dwight start indiscriminately throwing stuff from Oscar and Kevin's desk onto the floor. Oscar, Kevin, and Angela remain completely calm and bewildered the whole time. They start taking files from the cabinet and throwing them in the air. Dwight gets to Angela's desk. They look at each other. She shakes her head in warning. Dwight then just grabs a few pencils from her desk and throws them on the ground. Michael and Dwight then run back to their desks. We stay with Oscar, Kevin, and Angela, who look at each other. Oscar's talking head.
What happened in Michael's office was wrong. I understand it. Makes a lot of sense. But it was definitely wrong.
Angela's talking head.
Obviously, Kevin did this. This is his sense of humor exactly.
Kevin talking head.
There are so many people with motives, even me. Almost everyone is a suspect. Whoever did this is a genius.
Michael and Dwight high five.
Sales rules!
Yes, it does. Should we help them pick up everything?
No, we don't help them.
Michael sees Pam looking at him with an unbelieving expression.
You're next, Pam. Watch out.
You're going to throw my things on the floor?
Maybe.
The camera pans from Pam's expression over to the hateful look of the accountants. Michael talking head.
Why would someone ruin a perfectly good carpet? There's no way to know. It could be done out of hate. It could be done out of love. Or it could mean something completely neutral. Maybe someone hates the cleaning lady, who honestly is not doing very good because my office still stinks like you can't believe. I hate her.
Interior office annex cubicle area. Jim is on the internet. Kelly looks over and sees his computer.
That looks cool. Where is that?
What?
Jim closes the website.
That hotel, it looks so romantic.
Somewhere in the Poconos. I was just surfing.
I went with my parents to Shadowbrook Inn. It was also really romantic. Oh my God, I wish a boy would take me there. I would need a fun top.
Jim sees Toby get up over the cubicle and walk out to the break room. Jim follows. Interior break room moments later, Jim talks to Toby.
Didn't you used to share that cubicle with Kelly?
Mm-hmm.
But you changed desks
Mm-hmm.
to one without a cubicle.
Mm-hmm.
Just couldn't take it anymore.
What are you talking about?
So that's how it's going to be.
Toby talking head.
Honestly, I don't even hear her anymore. It's like waves crashing against the beach.
Interior office, Dwight on the phone.
Am I the 101st caller?
Dwight hangs up and dials again.
Am I the 101st caller?
Dwight hangs up and calls again.
I'm going to win us a t-shirt. Am I the 101st caller?
Michael looks annoyed. Michael talking head.
When I was training many years ago, not so long ago, I worked side by side with a fellow named Todd Packer, and together we rocked the office.
Interior office, Michael gets up and starts strolling the office.
Packer and I once spent a whole day with our pants off. And when people noticed, we convinced them they were crazy.
Michael passes Phyllis and Stanley both on the phone. Michael looks back and forth between them.
I will gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today.
Excuse me 1 second, please.
Stanley presses hold and turns to Michael.
What is it that you need right now that can't wait until I'm off the phone with a customer?
Ooh, a customer. Well, sound the alarm.
Michael walks past them, around toward Creed and Ryan.
Another time, Packer held this guy's head in the toilet for like a minute. The guy has no sense of humor about it. It's probably why he didn't get the job.
Michael punches Creed in the arm hard and laughs.
Why did you hit me?
Jolly horse!
What? What?
Charlie Horse is a leg cramp.
No, it's a dead arm.
A dead arm's a dead arm. Either way, you shouldn't have hit me.
Yeah, right. Maybe.
Michael walks a little further towards Meredith.
Once, as a joke, Packer banged every chick in the office. It was hysterical.
Michael smiles at Meredith and walks past her towards accounting.
We haven't even finished getting things in order from your last visit.
What? I was just walking by.
Were you?
Just that we're a little swamped over here, Michael.
And I'm not? Why would you think that? Because I'm having fun. You know, it's like you guys are working for the weekend. I work for the week. Fun equals work equals more fun equals more work. Okay, sales, listen up. I'm going to pin the wall a crisp, fun $100 bill.
Michael takes out his wallet and goes through his cash.
And the person with the most sales at the end of the day gets the bill, if that's okay with everyone. Okay? 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95, 6, 7, 8, 9, 100. $100 bill, conveniently broken down for you.
Michael puts a clip around all the bills and looks around for a place to put it. He tapes it to the wall. Then Daryl walks by into Michael's office, bringing in tools, including improvised stuff like a hatchet. Michael then takes the bills down and moves them to the side of Jim's monitor.
All right. I'll be working Jim's clients. He doesn't count because he's not here, out of sight, out of contest. Okay, let's see which one of us gets the bills.
You're going to compete against us?
Oh, it's on!
It's so on. Michael's going to wipe the floor with us.
Act 2, interior Michael's office a little later. Roy and Daryl have finished taking Michael's stuff out and are now beginning to rip up the carpet. They hack it with their inappropriate tools, knocking stuff over. Pam talking head.
So there's no new information. Someone did something bad to Michael's carpet, and maybe that's all we need to know.
Interior office, Jim and Dwight's desk. Start on the money and pan to Dwight on the phone.
3 boxes? Can't you buy next month too? Okay, every little bit helps.
Michael looks at him and picks up his phone. Interior office annex, cubicle area a little later. Kelly appears to be just talking.
Beyonce, pink, the color, pink, the person, hot dogs, basically anything that is awesome, snow cones.
Ryan walks over and Kelly instantly shuts up like the air is sucked out of her.
Hey, Michael wanted to ask you how to raise your desk chair.
It's the lever underneath.
Yeah, that's what I told him.
Ryan walks away.
Oh my God, he is so cute.
Is he?
Yes, we rode up the elevator yesterday and it was so intense I wanted to die. No, kill myself. Jim, can you find out if he likes me?
I don't know.
Oh, please, Jim, please. Oh, please, oh, please, 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 please. Can't you? Just ask him.
Jim looks at the camera. Interior office, Jim and Dwight's desk.
Okay, 40 boxes, and I will deliver them myself in a Sebring. Thank you, sir.
Michael hangs up and pumps his fist. He jumps up and approaches Pam as he starts to dance.
1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 5, Going to get this train started,
Daryl and Roy come out of Michael's office carrying the rolled up and discarded carpeting. They catch Michael dancing and Michael stops.
What are you doing?
Nothing. Nothing.
I think he was dancing.
That was not dancing. Maybe he was having a fit.
Okay, guys, doesn't concern you. Official business.
Paper business.
Oh, yes, paper business.
Michael turns to Roy.
Are you done?
No.
Extreme Makeover puts a house together in an hour. You would be fired so fast from that crew. I'm sorry, poor people. Don't move the bus and show us the new house because Roy and Daryl haven't finished the carpeting.
Roy heads back into Michael's office. Michael looks around at everyone. From Michael's point of view, we see the faces staring back at him. They're not happy. Michael talking head.
You know what? I'm beginning to think that what was done to my carpet was an act of terrorism against this office. It's the only thing that makes any sense.
Interior kitchen. Jim enters to get some coffee. As the door to the kitchen swings open, we hear Kelly babbling some ad-lib nonsense.
At first, I didn't love You've Got Mail, but when you really look at it again and again and again and again.
As the door swings shut, her voice disappears. Ryan enters from the other door and heads for the fridge.
Hey, can I ask you something? It's kind of awkward.
What?
What do you think of Kelly?
I don't know, out of 10? She's really cool. What do you think of her?
Cool. Look, are you interested in her?
Yeah, totally. Did she say something?
She said a lot of things.
Do you know if she's looking for a long-term thing or if she might be into hanging out?
That she didn't mention.
Can you find out?
Jim sighs and exits. Ryan talking head.
I don't know. It's not like I'm going to be here that long, and she's really cute, right?
Interior Michael's office. Spy shot through the edge of the blinds. Roy and Daryl sit on the floor, drinking beer and talking. Interior office. Oscar and Creed stand by the water cooler, peering over at Michael's office.
Who do you think did it?
Are you kidding? I assumed it was you.
Really, I thought you.
They share an amused chuckle. Later, Michael on the phone works the computer.
That quantity of cotton fiber would cost, my screen disappeared. It's at the bottom. I'll click on it and there's an hourglass thing. We used to have a price chart on the wall. Now it's an hourglass thing with an arrow next to it. Back to just an hourglass thing. Sure, or I'll call you back. Okay.
Under Michael's call, we see energetic shots of Michael, Phyllis, Stanley, and Dwight dialing their phones, filling in forms, pulling files, going to dry erase board, and increasing their amount of sales, with Phyllis in the lead. Michael hangs up and looks over at Dwight on the phone.
Yes, we have a truck going out first thing in the morning.
Michael looks over at Phyllis, also on the phone. She punches numbers into her computer. Michael walks over and looks at her screen. He doesn't look happy. Stanley then hangs up his phone.
Anything?
Yes.
Guess what? A lead or a sale?
Sale.
Small?
Big.
Huge?
Just big.
Michael, a little relieved, goes back to Jim's desk.
Would you say the one I had early was big or huge?
Big.
Michael looks worried again. Interior office annex cubicle area. Jim and Kelly talk.
Oh, long-term, definitely. Fall in love, have babies, spend every second together. But don't tell him that. Say I'm up for anything. But I'm not a slut, but who knows?
Maybe you should talk to him.
Jim, no, you have to. Please, please, please ask him.
Maybe if we all went down for coffee together.
No, you have to ask him.
Honestly, I don't feel comfortable doing this. Just talk to him.
Oh, please, oh, please, 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 oh, please.
No.
Kelly is shocked and gives this "what's your problem" look. Interior office, Phyllis turns back to her work.
And if I can be of any help in the future, please let me know.
What was that? You call that a sales call? My God, what have they been teaching you?
You did my training, Michael.
I never taught you to roll over like a submissive dog, did I?
Most certainly did not. What can I do better?
Exactly. Ask me what you did. Answer. Tell a joke.
I'm not good at jokes.
Do you know any?
Mo's told me one.
Call up a client right now. Dial.
Dwight checks his computer for a number and begins to dial.
And you tell that joke.
Howard Gruber, please.
Really sell it.
Howard, hi. Dwight Schrute, Dunder Mifflin. And you are my favorite client. Listen, I have a joke for you. What's black and white and red and can't think? A nun with a beat for a head. I'm sorry. I'm Catholic too.
Give me the phone.
Yes, comedy is relative.
Tell him you're putting your supervisor on. The old one too.
Dwight gives Michael the thumbs up.
Yes, sir. Why don't I put my supervisor on? Okay?
Dwight hands Michael his phone, mouthing Howard Gruber.
Howard, Michael Scott here. Look, I'm sorry about that. Dwight is an idiot. He's the janitor's brother. He's a little slow. Pay no attention to him.
That's not true.
Shush. Yes, he's an oaf. You know how fast food places, just to be nice, sometimes hire people who can barely find their way to work. Anyway, can we be of any help to you? I can offer you a great discount on a lightweight copy paper.
That's my sale.
Michael shakes his head at Dwight, grabs a pen, and starts writing.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Dwight stares at Michael. Dwight, talking head.
What Michael doesn't realize is that when I worked in the fast food industry, I was actually commanded by management for 3 M's. McService, McCompetence, and McPunctuality.
Interior break room, lunchtime. Various office people are having lunch. Pam is at a table with Roy and Daryl. Jim enters and looks around for a chair. There's space at Pam's table, but no chair. Interior office annex. Jim exits the break room and starts toward the cubicle area. After a few steps, he sees Kelly get her sandwich out and sit down. Jim makes a quick turn and walks the other way. Exterior Dunder Mifflin a few minutes later. Spy shot. Jim sits in his car in the freezing cold eating his lunch. Interior office a little later. Michael is back on the phone.
Okay, it would be my honor to fill that for you, but I should warn you that you'll have to make another order in another few weeks. Why not set yourself up for the year?
Yes!
I'll call you back. What?
I think that was the biggest sale I ever made.
Various people congratulate her.
Let's see if it sticks.
Why wouldn't it stick?
You know what? This is a bad day for a sales contest. We're not doing this today.
Michael takes the money off the computer and puts it back in his pocket.
That doesn't seem fair.
You want to talk about fairness? Does anyone need to smell my old carpet? You explain to me how that was fair, and I'll explain how this is fair. Plus, you know, even picking today for a contest was kind of taking advantage.
You picked today.
I was the victim of a hate crime. Stanley will tell you what I'm talking about.
That's not what a hate crime is.
Well, I hated it a lot. And I want the guilty person to come forward and accept their punishment.
No one does.
Well, then you're all punished.
What's our punishment?
You are all on timeout. Everyone sit here quietly.
Phyllis's phone rings.
Don't answer that. No.
Interior break room. Michael sits in the corner contemplating. Creed gets a snack.
You remember Ed Truck?
Sure, he hired me. How's he doing?
How would I know?
Thought you might.
Why? He was the worst.
I don't know. He was very focused on work.
My biggest fear is turning into him.
You should have much bigger fears than that.
I didn't mean literally. Yes, buried alive would be worse. Happy? Why am I even talking to you?
Creed exits. Michael takes out his cell phone and a scrap of paper with a phone number on it. Michael dials.
Hello, is Ed Truck there? Oh, Ed, hi.
Exterior Dunder Mifflin, back of the building a little later. Michael and Ed Truck stand by the dumpster and shake hands. The dumpster has the remnant of the rolled up carpet.
Hey, thanks for meeting me. Must be neat being back.
Can we go upstairs?
Honestly, Ed, I don't want to be up there right now.
So what's the problem with my pension?
Oh, clerical, you're good. Ed, what do you smell?
I have a cold.
For God's sakes.
What do you smell?
Someone did something in my office that I think now they did on purpose, and I think it was directed at me.
What was done?
I don't know. I never got a good look, but it smells horrible.
I'm sorry.
How did you deal with that? How did you deal with that?
I've never heard of anything like that.
Well, people must have done some really gross things to you over the years.
No.
Come on, Ed. Nobody liked you. How did you deal with that?
Some people liked me.
Can I be frank?
You should ask that before you speak frankly.
So you have no idea.
I was the boss. Now you're the boss. You can't expect to be friends with everybody.
Yes, I can.
They'll always see you as a boss first.
But sometimes you love the boss like a father.
I'm not sure that ever happens.
Different management styles.
Why can't your workers be your workers, your family be your family, and your friends be your friends?
Yeah, okay, Ed.
The best thing you can do for your workers is give them a strong, stable company to work at. That helps them with their real friends and their real family.
Michael hears this dispiriting advice and slumps. Interior office. Roy and Daryl come out of Michael's office.
Done?
Daryl looks at Michael, then at the office, which is half a carpet down and no furniture in it, then back at Michael.
Yeah, we're done. That's how you wanted it, right?
We'll finish up tomorrow.
No way. You guys are staying. Finish that carpet.
I got to pick up my brother up at the train station.
No, your family can wait because it's different. This is work.
I can do it.
Fine, she goes. You stay. The carpet is the priority.
Interior kitchen spy shot. Jim gets another cup of coffee and glances over at Pam. He sees her getting her stuff together. He thinks he sees her look over and start to wave, but she didn't see him. Jim quickly lowers his hand. He watches her leave completely and not look up in his direction. He heads back to Kelly's area. Interior office annex cubicle area. Jim calls Katie.
Katie, hey, it's Jim. Yeah, it's been a little while. How you been?
Kelly hangs on every word.
Good. So I would love to see you again if you're free. Great. I'll call you a day or two before that. We'll make a plan. Okay, bye.
Do you have a plan?
Not yet.
Don't you just love the early stages of a relationship where you just have to be with the person all the time? You can't concentrate on anything else. You don't sleep. Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Interior kitchen. Dwight leans against the counter sulking. Angela comes in and makes herself some tea.
I know what you're going to say, that I don't stand up for myself. It's complicated and I really don't appreciate the constant badgering.
Angela squeezes out her tea bag for a beat.
I'm late.
Angela exits. Dwight stays behind, considers, and lets out a tiny smile. Interior office. Michael sadly looks over everyone in the office. Michael's phone rings. He picks up.
Yes, I'm looking for a gay nerd named Michael Scott.
Who is this? How did you get this number?
Your mom, you gay nerd.
Oh, thank God. Package, Paxter, Wacky Packy? Oh, man, am I glad to be talking to you. Hey, I had lunch today with Ed Schmuck.
That hemorrhoid? Hey, did you get the package I left you?
You left a package for me? No, I didn't get it. Anyone see a package? Was there a package for me?
No one responds.
How big was it?
Oh, pretty big.
A big package, anyone? Where'd you leave it?
In the middle of your office.
Did you guys see a package in my office?
You mean the thing?
It dawns on Michael. We hear Packer howling on the other end of the phone. Michael laughs hard.
The thing! It's hysterical! Oh, I'm gonna get you back.
Michael talking head.
It takes an advanced sense of humor. You know, I don't expect anyone to get it. It was done out of love, just like I thought. I'm only sorry I threw it out.
Interior office. Jim on his way out stops by his desk. He and Dwight are preparing to leave.
All done.
Yes!
Michael walks into his office. Both Jim and Dwight react with relief and then notice that the other one has also reacted that way.
What was that look?
I didn't have a look. What was your look?
No idea what you're talking about.
They share a very small, brief, bizarre smile. Dwight exits, then Oscar and Creed are walking out together.
I should have guessed Packer.
I still thought you did, even after you denied it.
I still thought it was you.
They chuckle again and exit. Jim sees a blinking light on his phone and stays behind to check his messages.
You have 7 messages.
Hey, Jim, it's Pam. I keep looking up to say something to you, and then Michael is there, and it's horrible. Anyway, I'm bored. Come back. Beep. Hey, guess what? I moved my computer so I can see Michael. I can't see Michael's head. It's working. I think I could have a career as a very specific type of decorator. Beep. Yes, sir. I'll transfer you. Dunder Mifflin, this is Pam. Oh, please. Dunder Mifflin, this is... Okay, sorry. Michael was standing at my desk and I needed to be busy or who knows what would have happened. So thanks. Beep.
The messages continue to play. Interior elevator. Jim waits for the elevator at the end of the day.
Sudoku, level moderate, time 18 minutes. Suck on that, Halbert. Beep. Hey, what's the word we made up for when you have a thing stuck in your shoe? Anyway, I have a thing stuck in my shoe. Beep.
Exterior parking lot. Jim gets in his car.
Hey, I have a chance to sneak out of here early and I'm not messing this up, so I'll see you tomorrow. Beep. Calling from my cell phone. I don't know if you guys figured out who did that to Michael's carpet yet, but I have a theory that it involves an interdepartmental conspiracy. Everybody in the office. Call me.
Jim drives away with a smile on his face. Fade out. The office. Michael's birthday. Interior conference room. Day. Cold open. Michael is standing next to an easel. On the easel are a bunch of numbers and simple equations. Beside it is a crude display of calling cards. Oscar, Jim, Ryan, Toby, Creed, Stanley, and Dwight are sitting in chairs watching him. Dwight is feverishly taking notes. Creed is studying a pamphlet.
So Phil recruited me to sell these cards, and now I am recruiting you.
Who's this guy again?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about Phil. He drives a Corvette. He's doing just fine.
What color is it? Yellow?
Just calling cards are the future. They sell themselves.
Who uses calling cards anymore?
Great attitude, Ryan. Just trying to get you to invest in your future.
We do invest. We have our 401k.
Well, with this, I promise you'll make much more than 401k, Stanley.
This sounds like a get-rich-quick scheme.
Yes, thank you. You will get rich quick. We all will.
Didn't you lose a lot of money from that other investment, the one from the email?
What do you understand, Toby? His dad ran the freaking country. And when the son of the deposed king of Nigeria emails you directly asking for help, you help, okay?
Absolutely.
Now, raise your hand if you want to get rich.
How is this not a pyramid scheme?
Ugh, I'll show you again.
Michael rips off the old paper and proceeds to draw it on the pad. His body blocks the board. Finally, he reveals it.
Get it? Not a period scheme.
We see that Michael's drawn a series of stick figures in the shape of a pyramid. Jim walks up, takes the Sharpie, and draws a perfect triangle around the stick figures. Michael stares at Jim's pyramid. He slowly tilts his head to the side, viewing it from a different angle.
I gotta make a phone call.
Michael runs out of the room.
You know what I think? We can do this without him.
End of cold open. Fade in, interior office reception area. Pam is at reception. Michael swings open the door to his office and looks in as if expecting a surprise. He's wearing a new suit, clearly a bolder choice than navy pinstripe, and carrying a large plastic bag. He approaches Pam, a spring in his step.
Can you feel it?
What?
It's pandemonium!
Happy birthday, Michael.
Michael looks around to see if anyone else heard. Nobody seems to be paying attention.
What?
I said happy birthday.
Michael looks around, still nobody cares.
Are you excited?
Mm-hmm.
Is everyone else freaking out?
Mm-hmm.
Michael talking head.
Yes, today is my B-Day, and people around here go crazy for it. I know I'm biased, but it's really the best day ever. It's the first day of spring, give or take a week, and it usually rains, which I love. Plus, fun fact, I share a birthday with Eva Longoria, so I have the perfect icebreaker if I ever meet Terry Hatcher.
Interior office reception area, Michael and Pam. Michael's modeling his suit. Jim walks over.
New suit?
From Europe. No, Italy.
It's Michael's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, man.
Wow, thank you for remembering.
Kevin enters for the day. He's ashen-faced and has a Band-Aid on his neck.
You're late.
Sorry.
But I forgive you, good sir, because 12th is my birthday.
Jim glances to camera. Jim talking head.
Michael makes a pretty big deal out of his birthday. A couple of years ago, it fell on a Saturday, so we observed it on a Friday, and again the following Monday.
Interior Michael's office. Michael's seated at his desk. Dwight enters, a huge smile on his face.
Yes, there he is. The big 4-1. Birthday hug.
No hugs. This is a new suit, and I'm more like 36, maybe 37.
But you're 41.
Dwight awkwardly shakes Michael's hand while they both smile at the camera.
Yes, wise beyond my years. Probably closer to 50. If you count it that way. All right, enough. Stop mugging for the cameras.
Question. May I organize office festivities?
Not necessary. The party planning committee has been working 24/7 on it for the last few days.
Well, good. On my end, I reserved the...
With the bzzz, but not in front of the camera. That's a surprise too.
Oh, yeah.
That's not how I taught you.
The two of them raise the roof together. Interior office reception area. Dwight sets up a poster-sized photo of Michael from season 1 on an easel with a Sharpie hanging from it.
Michael's birthday is the best day of the year.
Dwight talking head.
He gets very excited, but he also feels a lot of pressure, which builds inside of him until he's ready to explode. As his right-hand man, it's my job to release that pressure so he can enjoy himself, if only for a moment. And if things come to a head, Michael likes me around to clean up the mess.
Interior break room. Kevin's getting a soda. Meredith enters.
Did you hear anything yet?
No, still waiting.
Well, if you want to go out later and do some shots and talk about it, or not talk about it, just let me know.
Interior kitchen spy shot. Michael pulls a box of donuts out of a plastic bag he brought into work and places it on the counter. Michael goes to the coffee maker and puts his hand on the handle. He looks to the door and waits. Interior conference room. Pam, Angela, and Phyllis sit around the table. The party planning committee is in session.
When should we bring out the cake? 1 or 1:30?
One's good.
1:30. I'm sorry, are we boring you?
Before Pam can answer, Dwight enters. He's holding a clipboard.
Okay, listen up. Michael would like trick candles for his cake, so make that a priority.
Where do we get those?
Not my problem. Also, here's a list of things Michael would like to be surprised by.
He hands it to Pam, who looks it over.
How are these surprises if he's telling us to do them? He wants a strippergram?
Yes, but he doesn't want to know when or whom.
Angela takes the list.
We don't do that here. Freeze tag? Cotton candy machine?
That's a rush order.
This is a closed door meeting.
Angela glares at Dwight. Dwight looks away, then exits.
I could call my neighbor's daughter. She dances.
Interior kitchen. The box of donuts sits on the counter. Michael still stands at the coffee maker, waiting. Stanley enters and Michael immediately starts pouring himself a cup as if he just got there.
Oh, look, looks like someone brought in donuts for my birthday.
Happy birthday. Are these donuts cream-filled?
I don't know, but so are you excited for today?
Why?
Because it's my... Forget it.
Toby enters.
Who brought in donuts?
Oh, looks like someone brought them in for my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Michael.
Toby reaches for the donuts, but Michael closes the lid.
You didn't know it was my birthday.
I guess I forgot.
Well, I guess I forgot to give you a donut.
Michael takes the box and walks out. Interior Michael's office, spy shot. Michael's seated at his desk eating from the box of donuts. He's on the phone.
Just have it say in icing, happy birthday, boss. We love you.
His intercom goes off.
Michael, Jan's on line 1.
I'll call you back. Put it through.
Hello, Michael. I'm returning your call. You said it was urgent?
Yes, it is absolutely urgent. I was calling to wish you a happy birthday.
Today is not my birthday, Michael.
Oh, because I thought we had the same birthday.
Long pause.
Happy birthday, Michael.
Oh, thanks. And if you want to come by, well, if you change your mind, we'll be having cake at 1.
Happy birthday.
Jan hangs up.
No, 1:30. No, I'll call her back.
Interior office reception area. Michael walks up to Pam.
Any messages?
No.
Faxes or presents? Cards, business cards or birthday cards?
Nothing. Sorry.
A plain-looking UPS delivery woman enters with a package.
I have a package for Michael Scott.
Ooh, package! I'm Michael Scott.
Delivery woman looks confused. She hands him the package.
Dwight, give me your chair.
Dwight rolls his chair to Michael, who takes a seat.
Be gentle.
I can sign for that.
Pam signs and the delivery woman leaves. Michael looks embarrassed. He takes the package and heads to his office. Accounting area. Angela and Oscar are huddled around Kevin.
Skin cancer is treatable. It's going to be okay.
You don't know it's going to be okay. Don't give him false hope. It's probably nothing, though.
Michael's office. Michael's at his desk, bummed. He's picking through the box of donuts. A neon plug-in poster of James Dean smoking a cigarette rests against his shelf. The tip of the cigarette is lit up by a red light. Dwight enters, notices the poster is a plug-in.
Wow. Is this from Japan?
Who cares? I bet Luke Perry's friends don't treat him like this.
The camera whips to James Dean's face, then back to Michael and Dwight.
Talk to me, Michael.
My birthday blows, okay? Nobody signed my birthday picture, probably because it doesn't even look like me.
It's from last year.
Well, it's a weird angle, and apparently my mom is the only one who cares enough to get me anything.
I probably care more than she does.
It's been total suck fest.
The day's not over. Put me in charge. I beg you.
Well, it can't get any worse.
Michael, thank you for believing in me.
Conference room. Michael and Dwight are facing Pam, Angela, and Phyllis.
I'm really disappointed in all of you today.
We both are.
Dwight, don't interrupt me. Now tell me, what have you planned today for the office?
We're gonna have cake.
And
There is no and. That's the policy for birthdays. Cake.
Well, cake's not enough. Maybe I want a sandwich and cake.
One phone call, I can make that happen.
Did you send out a memo?
Pam generates memos, not us.
Thanks, Angela.
Well, you do.
Well, you know what? I wanted a kick-butt birthday for everyone in this office to enjoy. But obviously that was too much to ask, as at this moment, you're all relieved of duty.
Good.
Except Pam. We'll organize an emergency committee. This committee's off the case.
Angela stares daggers at Dwight. Dwight looks away. Act 2, Michael's office. Michael is seated at his desk with Dwight at his side. Pam, Jim, and Ryan stand in front of Michael's desk. The blinds to Michael's office are shut.
Do you know why you're here?
You're not in trouble.
The party planning committee couldn't fulfill its obligations. I need you to take my B-Day to the next level. Can I count on you?
Absolutely.
Good. Jim, you'll lead the SCPPC.
Michael, Jim does not have the skill set necessary to lead the SCPPC.
What is that?
Super cool party planning committee. Michael, this is mine.
No, this is mine. I'm Charlie, and you're like the Angels.
Michael looks at Ryan, who shifts uncomfortably.
Jim, you'll lead. Dwight, you do all the heavy lifting. Pam, you'll be Lucy Lou. And Ryan, you stay here with me in case of an emergency. Bosley.
What emergency?
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
I won't serve under Jim.
Oh, fine. Ryan, call Stanley.
Pam talking head.
Never in my wildest dreams did I think that party planning committee would be disbanded and in its place a new elite super duper secrets organization would form. Sometimes I feel like my life is a movie.
Kitchen. Kevin is sitting quietly at a table by himself. Jim enters.
Hey, what's up, Kev?
Hey.
You all right?
No, I'm waiting to hear from the doctor. They had to remove a mole. Might be cancerous.
Jim sits down next to Kevin.
Sorry, man. When do you find out?
This afternoon, maybe. They said they wanted a second opinion.
Kelly enters and goes to the refrigerator.
Second opinion on what?
I might have skin cancer.
Oh no, I was watching Grey's Anatomy and there was a lifeguard on it and he had skin cancer too.
Kelly.
Or maybe it was ER.
Michael's office. Spy shot. Michael's seated at his desk. Ryan is seated in the corner.
Can I go back to my desk now?
No, it's my birthday. Tomorrow.
Interior office reception area. Dwight's on the phone.
If you're serious about paper, I think Dunder Myth.
Dwight's watch alarm dings. He quickly hangs up the phone.
Michael! Michael!
Michael comes out of his office, followed by an annoyed-looking Ryan.
It's 11:23, the very minute you exited your mother's vaginal canal. Take a seat.
Pam and Jim exchange a look. Michael excitedly takes a seat. In the background, we catch Meredith squeezing Kevin's shoulder and walking back to her desk.
Everyone listen up. There's a tradition the Hebrews have where they raise the birthday boy on a chair. So come over. Give me a hand to celebrate Michael's birth.
Finally! This is what I'm talking about.
Nobody moves.
Come on. Stanley.
Not happening.
Kevin. Now.
Kevin hesitates.
I'll do it.
Thanks, man.
Oh.
Ryan heads over to the guys gather around Michael's chair.
Happy birth moment, Michael.
The guys lift him up and Michael's head hits the ceiling tile.
Watch it!
They lower him a little, but still hold him up.
How long do we have to hold him up?
Not really sure. Anybody here Jewish?
Creed stands up.
Right here.
Wait, you're Jewish?
Jewish. Oh, I thought you said Druid.
Creed sits back down.
Just put me down.
The guys carefully put Michael down. Kitchen. Jim and Pam are sitting at the table drinking coffee.
When does he hear today? When does he hear?
He's supposed to hear today.
Poor Kevin.
Do I think I'm living each day as if it's my last?
Jim talking head.
Absolutely. I feel like each day is my last. Wait, did I answer that question?
Kitchen continuous. Jim and Pam.
I feel like We should get Kevin something. Flowers?
I don't think he's a big flower guy. We should shop around until we find just the right thing.
Yeah, we should.
Interior office, Jim and Dwight's desk. Jim and Dwight are at their desks.
Hey, Dwight, I gotta run to the bathroom. Can you be in charge of the Civic for a second?
It's pronounced SCPPC. And yes, going to the bathroom is the smartest thing you've done all day.
Jim stands, grabs his wallet and keys. Pam gets up from reception.
Hey, Jim, I need to go back down to the warehouse to check on birthday supplies. I'll be right back.
I'm in charge now. Permission granted.
Dwight goes back to his computer. Jim starts for the bathroom, quickly turns around and exits the office with Pam. Interior Michael's office, Michael is showing Ryan the poster.
You should get one with James Dean.
Yeah, maybe next year. You know what's cool about this? If I shut off all the lights and close the blinds, all you see is the tip.
Please don't do that.
Oscar knocks on Michael's door and enters. He drops a folder into Michael's inbox and starts for the door.
Hey, frowny face. Did you know it takes more muscles to frown than smile? Think about that.
Sorry, Michael. I guess I'm not in a celebrating mood.
Well, I'll remember that come Cinco de Mayo when you ask if you can march in the parade.
Oscar exits.
Did you know that? About frowns and smiles?
Ryan frowns. Interior office reception area. A delivery guy enters with the subs. Dwight walks over. The delivery guy hands him a box of subs.
That is not an 8-foot sub.
We don't make an 8-foot sub. This is 8 1-foot subs.
What's the damage?
44 even.
Dwight hands him exact change. The guy stands there waiting for a tip. Dwight stares him down.
Why tip someone for a job that I'm capable of doing myself?
Delivery guy turns and leaves. Dwight talking head.
I can deliver food. I can drive a taxi. I can and do cut my own hair. I did, however, tip my urologist because I am not able to pulverize my own kidney stones.
Interior break room. Everyone's there except Pam and Jim. They're examining the sandwiches. Michael is chowing down.
What is this?
Bologna, tomato, and ketchup.
The best.
These are all the same.
I don't eat bologna.
Then eat the tomato and ketchup. Still good.
No.
Fine, then starve.
Michael scoops up all the sandwiches and exits. People head back to their desk. Interior Rite Aid. Jim pushing a shopping cart and Pam standing in front of a greeting cards display. Jim takes one, holds it up to Pam.
This is a weird thing to shop for.
Not much of a selection for cancer.
Too bad he didn't just have a baby.
Pam does a Vanna White-like movement to the display of cards. Interior kitchen, spy shot. Dwight is removing Michael's cake from the freezer. Ryan is making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
You know, Temp, there's still 5 feet of sandwich left.
Someone ate 3 feet of that.
Angela enters, heads for the refrigerator, and Dwight turns to face her.
Hello.
She ignores him.
Look, it's the most important day of the year, okay? I just can't take any chances.
Excuse me.
What about that meeting later? Can we still go over those figures?
Yes, but don't expect any cookie.
I'm hungry.
Ryan looks up horrified.
No cookie.
Angela takes her yogurt and exits. Ryan talking head.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I wish I stayed in Michael's office.
Interior Rite Aid. Jim and Pam continue to stroll the aisles. The cart is filling up. Jim and Pam address the camera like a walking, talking head.
So we got Kevin some stuff. Party pack of M&Ms, his favorite candy. The DVD for Days of Thunder, his favorite movie, that I know for a fact he liked to create and will never get back.
69 cup of soups.
Which we realize is crass, but it is in fact his favorite number.
And his favorite lunch. And we got Michael a
Present that we will give to him later.
Jim passes a row of fabric softener and tosses one into the cart.
You use fabric softener?
Yeah. You don't?
No, I do.
Interior office reception area. Michael, along with everyone else, is gathered around Pam's desk. Everyone looks put out. People are constantly looking over to Kevin. Dwight walks out of the kitchen carrying a lit birthday cake.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Come on, everyone.
People start singing along.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, dear
Michael.
Birthday to you.
Kevin's cell phone rings.
Happy birthday to you.
Hello?
Have some respect, Kevin.
Okay. Thanks.
What'd they say?
Said they'll know by the end of the day.
Are you done? Good.
Michael blows out his candles, waiting for the trick candles to relight.
I asked for the trick ones.
Pam's in the warehouse looking for them.
Fine. When she comes back, we can do it again.
Meredith and Kelly go to Kevin, give him a hug.
Hey, hello over there. Remember me? The guy that hasn't gotten a single thing all day?
No one cares about your birthday. Kevin might have cancer.
Cancer. Damn it. Oh, timing. God, that really sucks.
Michael kicks a chair and everyone stares at him.
Because he's so young. Such a waste of a day, of days. I'm so angry.
Michael takes the cake and heads back to his office. He knocks the season 1 poster of himself to the floor.
Doesn't even look like me.
He enters the office and slams the door. Michael talking head.
On my 20th birthday, my supposed best friend, Sam Ambrose, ditched me for his twin sister's Sweet 16 party. Like, I didn't want to go. That was my worst birthday. Until today.
End of Act 2. Act 3, Interior Rite Aid. Jim and Pam walk past the empty register. An intercom microphone rests on the counter.
Ugh, we should probably head back. You've been in the bathroom for over an hour.
Yeah, okay. Hey, I dare you to make an announcement.
You dare me? How old are you?
Pam walks over to it and looks around.
This is probably illegal.
Quit stalling.
She picks up the microphone.
Luke, this is your father. Set the table for dinner.
Such a dork.
Jim Halpert, clean up on aisle 0. Clean up on aisle.
Ma'am, this is not a toy. Please put it down.
Pam turns to see a clerk, arms folded, staring at her.
Sorry.
Interior Michael's office, Michael at his desk. Ryan walks in with some papers.
I got that information on skin cancer you wanted. 35,000 Americans are diagnosed with skin cancer each.
Don't tell me, tell the camera.
Ryan looks at the camera, looks back at Michael, then starts to read to the camera.
35,000 Americans are diagnosed with...
Interior office accounting area. Kevin is at his desk trying to work. Suddenly he looks to his right to find Dwight standing at the copier staring at him.
Can you please stop staring at me?
Dwight talking head.
It's crazy to think that a man's skin could turn on him. It's brilliant because you never expect it. Most people think of their skin as an ally. Makes me rethink having skin at all.
Interior Rite Aid. Jim and Pam are in the checkout line. A young cashier is finishing bagging up their purchases. The cashier keeps looking to his right where a cute sales clerk is helping a customer find the right batteries. She looks up and catches the cashier's eye, smiles, and goes back to work. He continues bagging. Jim and Pam notice the exchange. They smile at one another and look away. The cashier hands Jim the bags.
Thanks. Ready?
Yep.
Interior office annex, Toby's desk. Toby's running down the company's plan to Kevin.
Honestly, our health plan could be better. Is there any way you could get on your fiance's plan?
Michael enters.
There you are. Great news. I did some research and it turns out skin cancer is not serious. 99% of people recover from it.
Still scary.
Well, it's not brain cancer, and I really don't think it should stop us from having fun. You know what the best medicine is?
The doctor said it's a combination of interleukin-2 and interferon.
Yes, that and laughter.
It doesn't really feel like people are in the laughing mood.
Why are you even here? I didn't invite you to my birthday party.
I work here.
Since Toby doesn't speak for everyone, Kevin, as your boss, I give you permission to use a sick day and take the rest of the afternoon off. You deserve it.
If I go home now, I'll just drive myself crazy.
Well, you're kind of driving everyone around here crazy. Crazy with worry. I'll be in my office.
Interior Michael's office. Spy shot. Michael's in his office. His desk is now covered with his cake, the donuts, and remaining 5 subs. He's carefully cutting into the yellow coil from the steel measuring tape. Interior office Jim and Dwight's desk. Pam and Jim head back in. Jim takes his seat. Dwight turns to him.
Where have you been? And don't say the bathroom because I kicked in all the stalls.
That's an invasion of privacy. I'm telling Michael.
Michael exits his office.
Please, don't say anything.
You owe me.
Excuse me. Can I have everyone's attention? We're all shocked about the tragedy that has befallen Dunder Mifflin today. So in honor of Kevin, let's take a second out of our busy day to have a moment of silence. Starting, oops, wrong hand.
The camera zooms in on Michael's wrist, where we see a homemade Live Strong bracelet made from the measuring tape.
Did you just make that?
No, I always wear it. Now, minute of silence starting, go.
Isn't that for people who've already died?
Well, I just think it's what Kevin would have wanted.
I'm not dead, Michael.
Thank God. Everyone, stop talking, please. All right, you know what? New plan. To help get your mind off of your terrible illness, we are taking you to a very special place. A magical, wonderful place that is far away from the evil sun.
No. Kevin, I'm praying for you, but because of Michael's birthday, I haven't gotten a single thing done.
This is not about my birthday. If you don't want to be with your friend who you may never see again, then that's something you have to live with.
Interior ice skating rink. Everyone from the office enters. Jim notices something on the wall.
Nice.
The camera whips to the wall to find a large Happy Birthday Michael banner.
Oh, that should not be here. Oh.
I'll get someone to take it down.
No, it's too late. Just leave it. Where's Kevin? Let's get her skate on.
Jim and Pam share a look. Pam and Jim talking head.
Apparently, Michael threw himself a surprise party.
And we were all pretty surprised.
Interior ice skating rink. Most of the office, including Pam and Jim, are filtering into the ice and gingerly making their way around the rink. Then zooming past them is Michael, and he's actually really good.
Is that Michael?
Wow.
Michael starts skating backwards.
I've been skating my whole life.
Michael talking head by the side of the rink.
I thought about playing in the NHL, but you're on the road so much, you have no time to spend with your wife and kids. And I really want a wife and kids.
Interior ice skating rink spy shot. Angela is lacing up her skates. Dwight walks past her.
I'm sorry.
She glances up, then continues tying her skates. Interior ice skating rink. Michael skates over to Kevin, who's standing around with Toby and Oscar.
Have you heard yet?
No, not yet.
Live strong.
Just then, from behind Michael.
Michael?
Michael turns to see Carol, the realtor with 2 little kids. He skates over to them.
Carol, is this place on the market?
No, I don't only sell real estate. My daughter has a lesson.
I used to coach. You want to learn how to skate backwards?
Interior ice skating rink. Dwight, bundled up in layers of clothing, skates by himself. Angela skates up to him and hands him something. She skates away. Dwight looks down and sees a cookie. He smiles and takes a bite.
Nice.
Interior ice skating rink. Carol watches, smiling, as Michael shows her daughter how to skate backwards. Over by the wall, Kevin's cell phone rings. Kevin pulls it out, waits a beat before answering. Michael notices and skates over to him. He huddles close as Kevin answers.
Hello? Okay. Thank you, I will. It was negative.
Damn it!
I hate this stupid world!
Michael rips off his Livestrong bracelet and throws it to the ground. People look at him strangely. Michael talking head.
Apparently, in the medical community, negative means positive, which makes absolutely no sense. If we did that in the paper industry, chaos.
Interior ice skating rink. Michael and his party are seated around a long table. There's a small cake for Kevin that reads, "Beat that cancer," and a larger one for Michael. "Happy birthday, boss. We love you." Michael opens a gift. It's a Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins jersey.
Who's this from?
Turn it around.
Michael turns it over, and where it should have said the player's last name, it says, "From Dwight." The number is 1.
Number 1.
Thanks, Dwight.
And this is from all of us.
Oh, you didn't have to.
Michael unwraps it and finds a new George Foreman grill.
Wow, I love these!
We thought you did.
Jim smiles at Pam. Interior ice skating rink. Pam and Jim are on the ice together, laughing and having a good time.
Michael's birthday was actually pretty fun.
Pam talking head.
I don't know. It was a good day. I don't know.
End of show.
Now.
The office. Dinner party. Interior office. Day.
This is ridiculous.
Do you have any idea what time we'll get out of here?
Nobody likes to work late, least of all, me.
He turns to Jim.
Do you have plans tonight?
No, I don't. Remember when you told us not to make plans because we were working?
Yes, I remember. This is BS. This is BS. Why are we here?
He storms into his office.
I am gonna call corporate. Enough is enough. God, I'm so mad!
He picks up the phone without dialing a number.
Yeah, this is Michael Scott, Scranton. Well, we don't want to work. No, we don't. It's not fair to these people. These people are my friends, and I care about them.
Jim shakes his head. This isn't going to work.
We're not going to do it.
He storms back into the bullpen.
Everybody, I just got off the horn with corporate, and basically I told them where they could stick their little overtime assignment. Go enjoy your Friday.
Everyone claps.
Thank you, Michael.
All right. Happy Friday.
He turns to Jim.
Well, I think we dodged a bullet there.
I think you did.
We should celebrate. How about you, Pam, Mikasa, a little dinner, dancing, drinks?
Oh,
You said you didn't have any plans. That's what you said.
Jim talking head.
Michael has asked Pam and me to dinner at least 9 times, and every time we've been able to get out of it. But I got to give him credit. He got me, because I'm starting to suspect that there was no assignment from corporate.
Michael, what time should I be arriving?
Right, it's couples only. And besides, I only have 6 wine glasses, so it will be me and Jan and Pam and Jim and Angela and Andy.
Hey.
Interior Dwight talking head.
Does it bother me that I wasn't invited to Michael's dinner party?
He breaks down and starts crying. Interior Michael and Jan's condo. Night. Jan opens the door to Jim and Pam, who look fake excited.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Come on in.
Jim immediately hugs Jim, and Michael hugs Pam for a little too long.
Good to see you. Chilly, huh? I'm so glad we finally got to do this with you guys. This is great. You want to take their coats, babe?
Yes, I would.
Okay.
All right, so what have you been doing?
Let's see, since I saw you an hour ago?
Yeah.
Well, we've been getting ready and then driving here.
Well, we've been doing pretty much the same thing.
Really?
Except driving.
We got you this.
She hands Jan a bottle of wine.
Pam, thank you. That's so nice. This will be great to cook with, really.
Well, have a seat or come on in or, I don't know, make yourself to home. This is our casa.
It's really nice.
It's great.
So what do you guys think? Should we do the tour first? Should we have appetizers first?
Tour. Let's do the tour first.
Okay. You have a preference, babe? Upstairs first?
Totally your call, babe.
All right, well, let's go then.
All right.
I say upstairs.
She leads the way up the stairs. Jim looks into the next room and sees that there's a plastic sheet covering the sliding glass door.
You guys doing a little construction?
Oh, just redoing the sliding glass door.
Yeah, so sorry about this god-awful carpet. We're still a work in progress here.
Interior Jan's office.
This is my office.
Yep, never been used.
Not super exciting.
Nope.
And
Interior Jan's other office.
And this is my workspace.
This is it. Check that out. You smell that?
Uh-huh.
As you can smell, there's a lot of different odors going on in here.
So you have an office and a workspace?
Jim gags a little bit at the smells.
I do, I cannot create in the same place I conduct business. I'm sure that you're the same way with your doodles.
She thrusts a candle in Jim's face.
Smell.
Fire.
Bonfire. Men love this one.
James Bonfire. I am Bonfire. James Bonfire. Bon Scott.
He puts up finger guns. Jan inhales the candle.
When I get frustrated or irritated or angry, I just come up here and I smell all my candles and it just poof goes away.
Like that?
Just like that.
Interior master bedroom.
So this is the master bedroom, and these walls, they used to be like white, like an asylum. So I wanted it to be softer, so I had it painted in eggshell white.
Well, guess what? White and eggshell white are exactly the same color, and I mean exactly.
Babe?
Jen runs over and puts a video camera on a tripod that is facing the bed, away.
I thought you said you were going to tidy things up.
Well,
Shame on you.
She smacks him.
What a cute bench.
Thanks, that's my bed. Jan has some space issues, so I curl up on that puppy.
Really? Because it seems pretty narrow and short.
Oh, come on. It's actually a lot bigger than it seems. Look at this.
He gets on the bench and it doesn't look comfortable at all.
See, he fits perfectly.
She laughs and Jim and Pam stand there in awkward silence. Interior living room. Michael stands next to his TV.
I finally broke down and bought myself a plasma TV.
Pull away to reveal that it's tiny.
Check it out. I actually hung this on the wall all by myself.
That's good.
I want to show you something. A lot of people in the room, you need more space, and voila, right into the wall.
He pushes the TV back a little bit.
Wow.
Sometimes I just stand here and watch television for hours.
Jan, about to lose it with how much she hates Michael right now, takes a deep cleansing breath.
I love this TV. I love this TV. And I also built this table.
He points to a bunch of 2x4s crudely nailed together to kind of be a table.
What is that, chestnut?
No, I think that is either pine or Nordic cherry.
It's pine, yeah.
Yeah.
Michael, I'm just so terrible at all this stuff, so that's really cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he tried to set up my TiVo for me, but then I didn't have audio for a week.
If you ever need any help, I'm just a phone call away.
I bet you are.
Well, I saw, your Dundies. I'm surprised they're not out on the coffee table for everybody to see.
Well, it was between the neon beer sign and the Dundies, so I said, honey, keep the trophies.
Oh, honey, I have the best trophy right here. Aside from my Dundies.
Doorbell rings and Jan and Michael go to answer it.
Oh, excuse us for just a second.
I'll get it.
They open the door to find Angela and Andy holding a bouquet of flowers.
Oh, so glad we were finally able to do this.
So glad we...
Jan hugs Andy and Michael goes to hug Angela, but she stops him.
No.
Okay.
Tuna! What's up, Tuna? We're gonna have some tuna for dinner? I bet you're gonna get your sick of tuna, right? You probably have tuna every night.
All right.
Tuna! These are for you.
He hands the bouquet to Jan.
Except for one flower.
He pulls a rose out of the middle of it.
Which is for my flower.
What am I supposed to do with this?
Well, how about we start the short tour, then I'll start dinner.
I can help starting dinner if you need it.
Oh, no, no, no. It's just the ossobuco needs to braise for about 3 hours. Everything else is done.
3 hours from now or 3 hours from earlier, like 4 p.m.?
You know, Pam, in Spain, they often don't even start eating dinner until midnight.
When in Rome.
Each other a horrified look.
You have a preference? Upstairs first?
Whatever you say, babe.
Follow me.
All right.
Interior living room later. Jan is sitting on Michael's lap in an armchair. Everyone is holding a glass of red wine.
How about a toast, shall I? Here's to good friends. Cheers.
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 Sort of oaky afterbirth.
What was that?
Music? Should we turn some music on?
That sounds good.
Do you guys remember my old assistant, Hunter? He's an excellent songwriter.
She holds up a CD with Hunter sitting in front of a brick wall looking angsty. It's titled The Hunted.
Wait until you hear this. Okay, here we go.
You took me by the hand, made me a man. That one night, you made everything alright.
Jan grabs Jim's hand and tries to dance with him, even though he stays seated.
So Rosa, yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Jen sits back on Michael's lap.
You know what? Hunter was a terrible assistant. That is why Ryan fired him.
Well, I think he's probably just about as reliable as Pam, being that it usually takes about an afternoon to get back for you to get back to me.
Sometimes I think she holds on to faxes.
Interior bathroom, Pam talking head.
I don't care what they say about me. I just want to eat. I wish I realized there's a lot to ask for at a dinner party.
Interior living room later. They're playing charades now. Andy is phantoming something.
Cow.
No, it's a hump. There's a hump.
Joe Camel. Joe Camel. Yes.
Okay, yes. First name of that animal, and then the second name is the state where Helena is the capital.
Montana. Joe Montana.
Yes.
Yes.
Time's up. All right, 2 pieces.
Why didn't you just say 49ers quarterback?
All right, my turn. My turn. My turn. My turn.
Babe, can you just like really?
What?
You're really like, yeah.
What?
Could you just like simmer down? Seriously?
I'm just making people laugh.
No.
Well, yes, I was watching Jim's face.
I was watching Jim.
And he was laughing.
Jim looks dead inside.
No sweat.
Look at him. He's laughing.
Michael and Jan seem to be playing their own separate game, and it's called Let's See How Uncomfortable We Can Make Our Guests. And they're both winning, so I'm going to make a run for it.
Jim pulls out his phone. Interior living room. Jim walks out of the bathroom.
You'll never guess. I just got a message from my landlord. Apparently my apartment flooded.
Oh.
Must be something with the sprinkler.
Oh no.
Pam, we should probably get going and see the damage.
Oh, okay.
She stands up to leave.
Well, you don't need 2 of you to do that.
That's true. Dinner sounded delicious. Pam, I will see you at home. Thank you so much.
Oh, Jim, I don't think you're really going to abandon this party here all by itself.
I don't know, because everything I own is there.
You can buy new stuff, but you can't buy a new party.
That's true. That is a great point. Come on down here, sit down on that couch, and be amongst friends. And we're not going to think about all your stuff being destroyed, all right?
Michael, you're up.
Here we go. This is going to be fun.
Ready, go.
All right. First name, Tom.
No. No names, no rhyming, no sound-alikes.
All right. Okay. You're getting into my head. First name is blank, and he goes on a cruise. He goes on a Caribbean cruise.
I don't know.
Katie Holmes.
No, but he's married to her.
Oh, Dawson's Creek.
No, it has to be a real person, Jim. Come on. No. I'm gonna pass. Okay. Rhymes with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No rhyming.
Not really a rhyme.
Another clue.
Okay, he's the governor of California. He's the Terminator.
Those aren't helpful.
Oh, Tom Cruise.
No!
Time.
God, does anybody read the paper?
Interior living room later. Everyone sits in silence while light jazz music plays. Jen leans her head back while she's too emotionally Jane for words. Pam shivers. Michael hands her his jacket.
Oh, thank you.
Welcome.
Jen death glares at Pam.
I'm so sorry for the temperature in here. The sliding glass door shattered, so.
It's okay.
It's actually a really cute story. Do you want to tell it, babe, or should I tell it?
Sorry, babe.
Come on, it's such a cute story. Michael ran through the sliding glass door because he thought he heard the ice cream truck.
Stop it. I mean, I like ice cream, okay? Sue me. Oh no, don't. I shouldn't say that jokingly because she will sue me. She loves to sue. She loves lawsuits, you know? Honey, that door was extremely clean. It looked invisible.
You are so right. You are so right. Because before I lived here, the glass was always covered in smudges. And when I moved in, I cleaned it. So I guess that makes me the devil.
You are. She is. She's the devil. I'm in hell. I'm burning. Help me.
You shouldn't joke about that.
Is there more wine in the kitchen?
No, I will get that. I'll get it. What kind of hostess would I be if I didn't get more wine?
It's okay. I don't mind.
No. In fact, you know what? Girls trip. Angela, come on. Girls trip.
Interior kitchen. Jen opens the oven.
Oh, not even close.
Pam is horrified.
So you keep a very tidy house.
You should see our bathroom after Michael takes a bath, but I don't have to tell you, Pam.
Oh, yeah? What?
Oh, don't tell me that he's really changed since you guys dated.
Are you joking?
No, Michael told me a little bit about it, but I see the way you look at him.
I have never, ever dated or wanted to do anything resembling dating Michael. Ever. Not ever. Not now. Not then. Not now. Not ever. Ever.
I've noticed the way you look at him at the office.
Mm-hmm.
Pam looks between them, utterly speechless. Interior garage. Michael leads the way to the garage, which has 2 hand-shaped chairs.
So I spend most of my time right here. Have a hand.
Jim and Andy sit.
So Jim, I noticed you checking out Jan's candles.
Oh, no, she just put it in front of my face.
Yeah, did you know that candles are the #1 fastest growing product in the Scent Aroma market? $2 billion a year industry. And for only $10,000, you could become a co-owner of Serenity by Jan. What do you think about that?
Thought about it. I'm in.
I'm sorry. Are you really trying to get us to invest in Jan's company?
Sorry.
Doorbell rings inside. Michael exits.
What now?
Coming.
Interior living room. Jan goes to answer the door. Dwight and Melvina are there.
Hello.
What are you doing here?
We came here to eat dinner and to party. This is a dinner party, right?
Awesome.
What is he doing here?
Yes, what are you doing here? Dwight is my friend.
We weren't invited.
You said that I could not invite Dwight because he was not part of a couple and because we didn't have enough wine glasses. Dwight brought glasses and a person.
Fine. Whatever you want. Just like always. Whatever you want.
Whatever I want, it's never what I want.
It's fine, Michael.
Oh, when I wanted to see Stomp and you wanted to see Wicked, what did we see?
I saw Wicked.
Then when I said that I wanted to leave, I wanted to have kids, and you said that you wanted me to have a vasectomy, what did I do?
Jim looks like he's gonna die.
And then when you said that you might want to have kids, And I wasn't so sure. And who had the vasectomy reversed? And then when you said you definitely didn't want to have kids, who had it reversed back? Snip, snap, snip, snap, snip, snap.
I did, okay?
You have no idea the physical toll that 3 vasectomies have on a person. And I have bought this condo to fill with children.
I am so sorry that I don't want to bring kids into this screwed up world, okay? But look, if you want to have kids, then fine. You win. Let's have a fucking kid.
You want to have a kid?
I hate my life.
Jen storms away.
So, can we come in?
Interior dining room later. Dwight is eating a turkey leg that he brought for himself. No one else is eating except for Melvina, who is eating something out of a Tupperware.
Great turkey leg.
Okay, I'm just gonna check on dinner.
Angela, would you like some of my beet salad?
I hate beet salad.
It's actually really good.
Hey. I know you love beet salad. I've seen you eat it many times.
The thought of popping one of your beets into my mouth makes me want to vomit.
Michael leans across the table to whisper to Pam.
Pam, I hope she didn't do anything in the food.
Like what?
I think she might be trying to poison me.
Jen walks back out with food.
Hey, looks great, babe.
Yeah, it really does.
Interior bathroom, Pam's talking head.
I don't know. I know Jan didn't poison the food. I know that. But if she was going to poison the food of someone at that table, wouldn't it be me? Michael's former lover?
Interior dining room later. Michael dips his meat into his wine.
Can you not do that? It's disgusting.
No, I have soft teeth. How could you say that?
Oops.
Excuse me for a second.
Michael leaves the room. Jim looks between Dwight and his date.
Oh, how do you guys know each other?
I was his babysitter.
And now you guys are dating?
Purely carnal. That's all you need to know.
Would you write down your email because I have just so many questions.
Email?
Never mind.
Michael comes back in with the neon beer sign Jen wouldn't let him put up.
Right.
He takes the painting off the wall, hangs the beer sign in its place, and turns it on. It buzzes loudly.
There we go.
Looks nice.
Everybody enjoying their meal?
Hey, babe,
Yeah.
how about we take the beer sign down until our guests leave, and then we can discuss it?
No, I'm gonna leave it up. I think it ties the whole room together.
Okay.
She gets up and turns on Hunter's song again.
She took me by the hand, made me a man.
And thinks Hunter's very talented. You know what? I don't think he's that good.
At least he's an artist.
Yep, I'm a screenwriter.
And I'm a candle maker, but you don't hear me bragging about it.
No, all you do is get me to try work on my rich friends.
For an investment opportunity.
And I would love to burn your candles.
You burn it, you buy it.
Oh, good. I'll be your first customer.
You're hardly my first.
That's what she said.
Interior living room continuous. Jan grabs a Dundee and chucks it at the TV. It shatters. Michael runs in.
That is a $200 plasma screen TV you just killed. Good luck playing it back on your $0 a year salary plus benefits, babe.
Jan runs out of the room. Interior dining room continuous.
I'm gonna get going.
Fine, get out of here.
It's getting late. We should.
Oh, you know what, you guys? She'll be out of the bathroom soon.
Exterior Michael and Jan's condo night. Jim and Pam leave to find the cops outside.
Of course.
Get out of my way. I'll take care of this. Okay, what seems to be the problem, officers?
Not now, Dwight. Call up the strings.
No, nothing disturbing here. Just a couple of friends having an awesome dinner party.
Your neighbors say they heard some shouting.
Yes, there was screaming, but my girlfriend threw a Dundee at my TV. Last night.
You want to press charges?
Would she get into trouble?
Yeah, she'd be charged.
I will take the fall. I did it.
You know, you don't have to press charges. You could just try to be more quiet.
Jan comes running out.
Michael, wait, what are you doing to him?
Sir, do you have any other place you could stay? Maybe with one of your friends here?
Michael can come home with me.
Jim, Pam?
Oh, my apartment's on fire. Flooded.
People, come on. You're sleeping with me.
No.
I'm going to take you home, Michael.
No. All right.
Dwight leads him away.
Bye, babe.
Exterior burger restaurant. Jim and Pam eat burgers in Jim's car.
This is the best burger I've ever had, babe.
Babe, I should have told you, but I did something bad.
He pulls out Hunter's CD.
I stole this. For you, babe.
They turn on the song again and start singing along. Exterior Dwight's car. Michael sticks out his head out of the passenger window like a dog. Exterior drive-thru. Andy and Angela eat ice cream cones. Andy leans over to lick Angela. She rolls down her window and slams it against the side of his car. Interior Michael and Jan's condo. Jan watches TV on the broken plasma screen while she tries to glue the broken Dundee back together. It falls apart in her hands. Exterior Dwight's car. Dwight drops off Melvina at a bus stop. Michael is asleep in the passenger seat as he drives away. End of episode. The office. Double date. Interior office. Dwight walks in with a basket full of bagels.
Good morning, everybody. Who would like an authentic New York bagel? Stanley?
Thank you.
He reaches for a bagel.
Oh, no. I got a pumpernickel just for you.
Stanley is annoyed, but takes the pumpernickel.
Wow, H&H went all the way to New York City to get us bagels?
Why? Is there a place closer that sells them?
This is really nice, Dwight. Thanks. Yeah, thanks.
Oh, don't mention it. You owe me one. You all owe me one.
Interior Michael's office. Continuous.
Good morning, Michael.
Morning, Dwight.
Hungry?
No, I had a fish stick sandwich. Actually, I had 2 fish stick sandwiches. My girlfriend didn't want hers because I guess I'm the only aphrodisiac she needs.
Fish sticks are not aphrodisiac.
Yeah,
You're thinking of deer penis.
it worked.
Regardless, that was over 2 hours ago, and it was now a scientific fact that you are hungry. Bagel?
I don't mind if I do.
Okay. I brought cheese too.
He holds up the Ziploc bag of shredded cheese.
And I'm taking one for my lady friend.
Excellent.
Brain food. Thank you very much.
Okay.
He's in the doorway when he turns to say,
You owe me one.
Interior Dwight talking head.
Can a guy just buy some bagels for his friends so they'll owe him a favor which he can use to get someone fired who's still a co-manager position from him anymore? Jeez, when did everyone get so cynical?
Interior office day.
Pam, would you care for a bagel?
Oh, no, thank you.
Oh, that's right. You're a woman and you need to refuse food the first time. I'll try again.
He turns away and then turns back to her with the basket.
Please, Pam, reconsider and have a bagel.
I have an early lunch.
Dwight groans and walks away. Interior Pam talking head.
Michael's been trying to get Jim and me to hang out ever since he started dating my mom. I don't know. I really hope this thing would just die out, but he's planning a birthday lunch for my mom. No way out.
Ryan is showing Aaron an album of black and white pictures.
These are amazing. You took all these?
I've always found beauty in uncommon places. Homeless people, graffiti, photography lets me capture all that. Have you ever been photographed before?
Oh, just by like friends.
He flips to a photo of Kelly on the phone in her nook, totally naked.
It's for a series on exposure in the workplace.
Pam's mom walks in.
Pammy, hey.
Hey, happy birthday!
They hug.
Thank you.
Michael joins in on the hug.
Girls, there you are.
Interior Michael talking
Birthday lunch.
head.
Birthday lunch. There's no better medicine than birthday lunch. It'll cure all of your, gee, I don't know if Michael should be dating my mother, and fixes all occurrences of, I don't really see them together. So open wide, Pam, and take a big, old spoonful of birthday lunch medicine. Take with food.
Interior office continues.
Pam, aren't you going to introduce us to Michael's girlfriend?
I think you guys all remember my mom from the wedding.
Yeah, I think everyone's met Helene.
Hi.
Shall we?
Wait a minute. Is that another birthday present for me? Because you already gave me a necklace.
She twirls the necklace.
Oh my god, I love it.
Kelly mouths not and shakes her head.
Tell them how you gave it to me.
No, that wouldn't be.
You put it around my neck while I was still sleeping this morning. Nice way to wake up.
Yeah, the rest of the story has been censored due to inappropriosity.
Because of sex?
Kevin!
Hey, please, Kevin, you're fired. Sorry. Work with a bunch of idiots. Shall we go?
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, wait. Stuart Lumber's on the phone for you, Pam. They say it's urgent.
Oh.
Pam picks up the phone from her desk.
Oh my gosh. Are you serious? Shipping emergency.
Jim gives the camera a knowing look.
I don't think I can go to lunch, guys.
Oh man, that's crazy. Right as we are on our way out too.
I know. Isn't it how it goes?
Rarely, if ever.
He walks over to her desk.
Let me give it a whirl. I'll talk to him.
I'll handle it. It's okay. I feel like it's...
It's my pleasure. Hello? Well, that's great. Turns out the paper was there all along.
Oh, thank God.
Interior Creed talking head.
Something's up. That paper was never supposed to arrive.
Interior Michael's car.
So, Pammy, are you still liking sales?
Yeah, it's exciting.
You know, Michael and I were talking, and maybe if you put in a little more face-to-face time with your clients, you could improve your sales.
Pam's sales are fine, actually.
Just want you to succeed, Pammy. You know what? We shouldn't even be talking about business today.
Thank you.
Today's about family.
Interior Pam talking head.
Why did I get in the car? I could have struggled. I had a whistle in my purse. I didn't even blow it.
Interior kitchen. Dwight is cleaning out the freezer when Andy walks in.
Oh, Dwight, I have a little surprise for you.
Let me guess. You ate the bagel I gave you and loved it.
Yes, and I want to return the favor. I was polishing my loafers, and I happened to look over and noticed that your briefcase was a little worse for the wear, so a little elbow grease, and she's polished right up, back to her former glory.
He holds the briefcase up to Dwight.
Well, feel it against your cheek.
I will.
He leans down and Andy rubs the briefcase against his cheek. Interior Andy talking head.
You give me a gift? Bam. Thank you note. You invite me somewhere? Pow, RSVP. You do me a favor? Wham. Favor returned. Do not test my politeness.
Interior kitchen. Dwight rushes past Andy to hold the door open for him.
Let me get that for you. There we go.
Andy takes the door for Dwight to go through.
Thank you very much, and I got it for you.
Oh, goodness. Thanks. You know, here's a healthy fitness tip. If you clench your buttocks together while walking, you can really take the pressure off your knees.
Is that right?
Observe.
He walks with his butt clenched. Andy does the same.
Right? That really works.
Stanley shakes his head.
Yeah, feel free to use that anytime. Okay.
Hey, hold on a second.
He walks up to Dwight and fixes his jacket.
Do not walk around with your jacket cattywampus.
Dwight straightens Andy's tie.
And that needs to be straight as an arrow.
The whole accounting department watches, weirded out.
Oh, thank you very much. Oh boy. Oh.
He takes off Dwight's glasses and cleans them on his shirt for him.
Hey, thank you very much for that.
You are welcome.
Dwight pulls out Andy's chair for him.
Have a seat. Allow me.
Andy pulls out Dwight's chair.
Have a seat yourself.
You know what? I'm going to preemptively change the batteries in your wireless mouse.
It's not necessary.
No, no, no.
Dwight grabs the mouse and runs out of the room.
You didn't have to do that.
Interior Dwight talking head.
Andy is complicating things, but I'm not worried. This will only up my game.
Interior restaurant.
Hello, Scott. Party for four?
Welcome, Scott family. It'll be just a moment.
Pam is horrified. Interior, Pam talking head.
I used to love coming here. The chicken parm was good. Big part of my childhood. Maybe Michael will start dating that too.
Interior restaurant later. They're walking to their table.
What table should we take? So many to choose from.
Among the tables is one covered in balloons with a birthday sign hanging over it.
Wow. Oh my God.
What? All I see are boring old tables with no birthday decorations. Oh, wait a second. You mean this one?
Wow.
Michael, did you do all of this?
Not about taking credit. Let's just say we all did it.
Well, thank you, all of you.
Well, it was actually me alone. So, wow, look at this place. It really makes me want to go to Italy someday.
Oh, you'll love it. You can have my guidebooks. I think I'm done with those really long plane rides.
Thanks for lending me the books.
So, Mom, which birthday are we celebrating this year?
Sticking with 49.
49 again. That's 9 years in a row. This is now our longest family tradition.
That's funny.
He bites his lip and grabs a nearby piece of scratch paper to crunch the numbers on.
Well, as long as we're running numbers, Pam, help me out with this one. Let's see, honey. You're 6 months pregnant, but you've only been married for 30 days. So what does that add up to?
Ooh, burn on you, and a bit on me too.
You're 54 years old.
No, I'm 58.
You're 58 years old?
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations.
Interior Michael talking head.
The only time you should care about a woman's age is if she's too young for you. And I'm not robbing the cradle. If anything, I'm robbing the grave.
Interior restaurant continuous.
Mom, have you decided what you wanted to be called?
I mean, I like Nana, but I also like the classic grandma.
Please be Grandma. I want you to be Grandma.
Definitely a grandma.
Michael, what do you think? Grandma?
Uh-huh.
Hey, Grandma.
Michael drains his wine glass.
Oh, hey, would you guys ever do a triathlon, you think?
Maybe.
Eileen?
No, I don't think so.
I'm definitely gonna do it. I've already got the run and the bike thing down. Just need to learn how to swim. Come on, you in?
No. I think a triathlon is pretty much something I can rule out. I don't know. It just doesn't seem to interest me.
Oh, it's a matter of interest. Good, okay. It's not anything you would have ever done.
I might have done it when I was younger, but now there are just other things I'd rather be doing than running and jumping and swimming.
Well, there's no jumping in a triathlon. You're thinking the broad jump. Did you try bungee jumping?
No.
Snowboarding?
No. Why would you want to go snowboarding?
I might.
Michael, what are you talking about?
Nothing, just life and doing things before you die. I don't know.
Interior Michael talking head.
Do I really want to go snowboarding? No. But I would like to if I wanted to.
Interior conference room. Andy dramatically removes the covers from foil trays of food.
What's going on in here?
Andy bought lunch.
Oh no, really?
Yep. Took a page right out of the old Shroot Book of Niceness.
There's no book. There's only a survival guide.
You bought breakfast for everyone, so I got lunch for everyone.
Angela walks in, looks at the tacos, and makes a face.
Okay, well, allow me. You know what? Gosh, these tacos are awfully complicated to make. I will make everyone's tacos.
Interior restaurant later.
So we should get the check.
What's your gift, Michael?
Whoa, no, it's stupid. You'd hate it. I hate it.
I'm sure I won't.
Yes, you will.
He locked himself in his office all morning working on it.
Give me, looking at this wrapping paper, it's got the word love on it in every language.
I put no thought into the wrapping paper at all. Might as well have been a toilet paper.
Let's see.
She pulls out a book and opens it to reveal a note written in marker.
A scrapbook of our first memories by Michael Gary Scott for my girlfriend, Helene, on your birthday.
Just an arbitrary title?
Okay, here's a penny. What's that from?
Penny for your thoughts.
It was from the wishing well at the mall. You threw it in. I went back later, waded in, and found it.
It's amazing.
It's not amazing at all. It's sort of weird that I went and did that, and now your wish won't come true. So that blows.
A poem?
Oh, that I plagiarized, I think.
I cannot go to school today, said little Peggy Ann McKay.
Shel Silverstein.
Yeah.
I have the measles and the mumps, a gash, a rash, and purple bumps. And my teacher's really mean. Happy birthday, I love you, Helene.
It's really nice, Michael.
Sucks.
I think it's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
Well, that's because you and I have different tastes. And you like lame things. It's a generational sort of gap between us.
Home run, Michael.
You set the bar so high.
I was a bunt.
Interior conference room later. Dwight is cleaning up the taco bar.
Whoa, Dwight, I'm gonna do this.
Hey, relax. I got it covered.
No, I insist.
No. I insist.
Okay, Dwight, this is ridiculous.
Don't worry about it. You can just owe me.
Interior restaurant later. Michael is sitting at the bar.
Hey, where'd you go?
Oh, I just went to the bathroom.
And then you stopped at the bar on the way back?
Got thirsty.
Okay, weirdo, come on, it's time for the cake.
Okay.
He follows her. Interior Michael talking head.
Honestly, for a long time, I thought I was going to grow old with Holly. And then I met Helene. And she is great. And she already knows and has done everything that I've ever wanted to do and can tell me about it. But I think I want to do those things myself.
Interior restaurant continuous.
Cake's really good.
I know. I love when they use buttercream frosting.
All right, finish your cake, Helene. I want you to enjoy that cake because I have something terrible I need to tell you. And I want you to enjoy your cake before I tell you this terrible, terrible thing.
Pam is horrified and Jim looks sad.
God, I've enjoyed dating you and being your boyfriend so much, but I have to consider Pam's feelings as a friend and a coworker. I cannot, in good conscience, continue to date you when I know what this is doing to her.
Michael, it's okay.
No, it's not.
I know that it took me a little while to come around, and it's a little weird to get used to, but you obviously make my mom very happy, and that makes me happy.
Wow, that just, you've really grown.
Well,
Oh, thank you, Pam. And I hope you are as gracious during this next part. Helene, once again, you are a wonderful person and you have lived a great life, and I envy it. And I want it someday, but just in the future. You need somebody who understands your references. Who is Kafkaesque? I don't know him. There's another woman and her name is Italy, and skydiving and bungee jumping.
Okay, so
And I want kids. And you, unfortunately, have already completed that part of your journey down there.
Michael!
It's not my decision. It's Mother Nature. And Mother has very strict rules about fertility.
A waitress comes over to fill their water glasses. She's very slow, and they wait for her to leave before continuing.
I got it.
Interior Michael's car later.
I'm 58. What am I supposed to do now?
Well, hobbies.
Stop.
Interior office later. Andy reaches up on a high shelf. He's struggling.
What's going on?
Stupid thing wedged up there. No one in this office will help me.
Yeah, move it.
Dwight reaches for the thing. Interior Andy talking head.
What if Dwight dies and I still owe him something? That is a recipe for a ghost.
Interior office continuous.
Oh yeah, you're gonna owe me big time. Looks like a little envelope. There you go. To Dwight. Starbucks gift card.
Surprise! It's from everybody. $15 value.
He claps right in front of Dwight's face. Interior Dwight talking head.
Damn it! I'm not closer to taking Jim down. What a waste of a day. I could have grown poison mushrooms that'd be this high by now.
He holds his hand above the ground.
They're mushrooms. They don't get that high.
Interior office day.
Pamela Beasley Halbert.
What?
May I have a word with you in my office, please?
I am working.
Well, this is a work-related matter.
Really?
Yes, join me, please, won't you?
Interior Michael's office. Pam and Michael sit.
I'm going to give you a raise, Pam.
Why?
Because of all the good work you've done.
I have the lowest sales record of anyone here.
Don't know. It's not about numbers, Pam. It's about attitude.
I have the worst attitude of any person here.
You want the raise or what?
Yeah, I'll take it.
She gets up and starts to leave.
Okay, hey, Pam. With this raise, there are strings attached. And that string is attached from my heart to your mean attitude.
You're bribing me?
No. I'm not, unless you want me to. Do you want me to? Because I will. I will bribe you. No, your face is saying don't. Unless I haven't offered you enough. Your face is changing. What is it? Talk to me, face. Tell me what Pam's brain is thinking. Come on. What do you want? What do you want? Do you want $1 million? Do you want to hit me? Do you want me to go down on one knee and beg you?
I want to hit you.
What?
I want to hit you. I'll do that.
Okay, what? I don't. Are you kidding? No, are you kidding? No, I don't. All right, come on. I'll take off my jacket and tense stomach, and you just...
No, I don't think I can hit you in the office.
Okay, so we'll do it after work.
Mm-hmm. In the parking lot, in front of everyone. I'm going to hit you as hard as I can.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
See you then.
See you.
She exits. Interior Michael's office later. Ryan knocks on his door and he and Kelly enter.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Are you scared?
Never. About what? A little. What are you talking about?
We heard about the punch.
What punch?
Pam, she's going to punch the crap out of your face after work.
I'm sure we said slap?
No, it's a punch, and Pam has that crazy pregnancy strength now.
I'm getting concerned that you don't seem to understand what's going to happen. Do you?
I'm good.
All right. See you there.
Interior Jim's office. Later, Michael enters.
Hey,
Hey,
do you and Pam ever get frisky?
inappropriate.
I mean, do you ever wrestle with each other?
All the time.
Really?
Yeah,
She's strong?
she wants it bad, Michael.
Can you stop this?
I can.
Okay,
And I don't support her choice to hit you.
I don't either.
But at the same time, she goes crazy, and I do understand her reasoning.
Mm-hmm. I know.
I just need some time. I need some time to think about it.
You gotta do.
Give me some time to make a decision.
How much time do you need?
No more than a week, maybe 2 weeks.
Come on, man.
Interior office. Toby walks up to Pam's desk.
Pam, can I talk to you for a second? I heard about the hit. Just to be sure, it's off company property, right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. I think it should probably be okay.
Okay. Okay.
And the power really comes from the back foot. And so it's all on motion through the body. So there's, you stay a little low and there's a twist and you keep your shoulder down. You kind of throw out the arm.
Okay, so wait, you're saying it all comes from the foot?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exterior the office parking lot. Everyone stands around waiting for the punch.
Hey everybody, he's not in the men's room, although the seat was warm, so he may have just missed him. We may have just missed him.
My money's on Pam.
It's not a fight. What other outcome could there be?
Michael could win.
How? He can't hit back.
Why can't you just agree with me sometimes?
Interior Michael talking head.
Am I scared of getting hit in the face? No. Every day, weirdos pay dominatrixes hundreds of dollars for that very privilege. I'm scared. I'm gonna love it. Let's do this.
Exterior office. Michael walks out.
Okay, guys, I can handle this. Everybody can go home.
We're here for the show, Michael.
You're a bunch of voyeurs. Are you eating popcorn?
It has almost no calories.
You ready?
Yes.
She winds up a punch and he puts his hands up to cover his face.
Michael, you have to keep your hands down.
She tries to punch him again and he puts his hands up again.
Put your hands in your pockets.
Okay.
She winds up another punch.
Bam, bam. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry.
What are you sorry for?
So many things. I don't know. It's hard to choose.
How about dating my mom?
Maybe that's it.
And dumping her on her birthday?
Yes.
Okay, just don't ever date a member of my family again.
Okay, I promise.
She turns to walk away.
For the record, your mom came on to me.
Pam turns and smacks him hard.
Holy crap!
Are you okay?
No!
You're okay?
She walks away with Jim.
Feel better?
No, you were right.
Dwight walks Michael inside.
Wait, why are you limping?
I don't know!
Let's get some raw meat on that face. I've got a raw chicken in the freezer upstairs.
Interior Michael talking head.
As I watched Pam's big, strong hand coming toward my face, I saw my entire life flash before my eyes. And guess what? I have 4 kids, and I have a hover car and a hover house. And my wife is a runner, and it shows, and Pam and Jim are my best friends, and our kids play together. And I'm happy.
and I am rich and I never die. It doesn't sound like much, but it's enough for me.
Interior Michael's office. Dwight holds a frozen chicken to Michael's cheek.
Good. Just keep it on there for another 5 minutes.
Oh, it's cold, Dwight.
Let the swelling go down.
Oh, thank you. Thanks. I owe you one, Dwight.
Fire Jim.
No.
I'm cashing in the favor. Fire him.
What are you talking?
Do it. Promote me. Try managers.
Forget that.
Can I have an office?
No.
You know what? You can keep your stupid favor. It's worthless.
Dwight pulls the chicken back.
If this is my dinner on your face, I'm keeping it.
Dwight storms out. Michael touches his face.
Oh, that feels better.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Make your dreams come true.
The office. Scott's Tots. Interior Michael's office. Andy enters.
You wanted to see me?
Yeah. Have a seat.
Is it serious?
Michael stares at him.
Wow, Andy's a witto scared.
Okay, right there is the problem. There have been reports around the office that you have been talking baby talk.
Why would people say that?
I have it on good authority that you said the following.
He hands Andy a note card.
Can you read that back to me?
Andy have a boo-boo tummy.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather me say, hey guys, my irritable bowel syndrome is flaring up?
Okay.
Crazy diarrhea happening right now, because things can get real adult real fast.
You were also on record as saying whittle, ittle, footy, woodies, nummies, jammies, make boom boom, ridiculous, and woad I wind.
Do I sometimes replace R's with W's? Yes. Do I sometimes report a word to get my point across? Well, if I do, Andy saw weed.
Oh, and you can't be a baby in the office. It makes me look like I hire babies.
Well, if we're complaining a lot of people, a lot of people think Elvis' voice is annoying.
Okay, who said that?
I don't, just people. For the record, I think it's pretty fantastic.
Well, thank you. Thank you a lot. And for what it's worth, I think your baby voice is tops.
Thank you, Mr. Elvis.
You're welcome, baby.
Interior Jim's office.
Dr. Tuna, MD, I have some terrible news.
Wait, are you the patient or the doctor?
The entire office has come down with a pernicious case of the Mondays.
Wow. What do you think our chances are at?
0%, unless we perform an immediate emergency morale transplant. Stat.
Sounds risky.
Don't worry, there's a surefire cure. Employee of the month. Every awesome place I've worked at has had one.
Interior Andy talking head.
Bear Stearns, Lehman Brothers, AIG, my summer at Enron.
Interior Jim's office continuous.
Wow, that's not such a bad idea.
Great.
Andy sits
Anything
down.
else? Oh, sorry. Anything else?
Nope.
Andy stands up to leave. Interior Michael's office. Aaron sits at Michael's desk working on his computer while Michael pretty much naps in another chair.
Frankie's dirty joke of the day. There's a bunch of those.
Keep.
There's just a bunch of sent emails that say delivered. Should I delete all of those?
I want to keep those so I can see what I sent.
That's why you have a sent mail folder.
Keep.
There's about 30 news alerts for nip slip.
For what?
Nip slip.
Oh, okay. I don't know how those got on there.
Well,
must be hackers.
Hey, what's up?
What if I told you I had done the worst thing ever? Would you still want to be my friend?
Did you murder someone?
Worse than that.
oh my gosh.
Lurk much? I miss Pam.
I think she's okay.
Is that what we're going for now? Okay, we used to go for pretty good.
Great. Hey, how do you feel about starting an Employee of the Month program?
Yeah, you know what? That actually might make me feel better. I'm not in this for the trophies, but
You're not in it at all because you can't be Employee of the Month. You're a manager.
well, technically I'm a co-manager and I barely have any responsibilities, but I work hard. I love the company, and for those reasons, I think I would make a good Employee of the Month.
It would look bad. Sorry.
It would look good on my mantle.
Your office.
Jim's talking to Michael right now. They totally went for our idea.
Yeah, your idea.
Interior Dwight talking head.
My idea. I just need Andy to think it's his idea, so it won't get traced back to me. In approximately 6 hours, Jim will get a phone call from David Wallace. He will be fired.
Interior break room.
Hey, Pam, do you have a second to check over this inventory?
That's great.
Oh, did you really look it over? Felt like maybe you didn't.
Okay.
She picks up the paper and actually reads it.
The Michael Scott Foundation is still in existence?
Michael walks in looking for Aaron.
There you are. I don't think we have finished with my inbox.
What's Scott's Tots?
Stanley bursts out laughing.
Has it really been 10 years?
Interior Stanley's talking head. Stanley holds up a newspaper article with young Michael and a bunch of kids.
Local businessman pledges college tuition to third graders.
Interior break room.
Michael, why did you promise that?
Change lives.
No, Michael, why would you promise that?
Yeah, okay. Call the school, cancel. I can't go through with this.
Oh, we've already rescheduled 7 times.
Michael, this is a terrible, terrible thing you've done.
Well,
it's terrible.
No.
Just terrible. And the longer you put it off, the worse it's going to get.
Interior Michael talking head.
I fell in love with those kids and I didn't want to see them fall victim to the system. So I made them a promise. I told them that if they graduated from high school, I would pay for their college education. I've made some empty promises in my life, but hands down, that was the most generous.
Interior break room.
Just tell me everything is going to be okay, all right?
No.
I'm not a bad person. I bring good news. Like when I promised those kids I'd pay for college, okay? All right?
You have to tell them.
Would you come with me, like old times instead of...
He makes a yuck face at Aaron.
I can print out a new itinerary with Pam's name on it.
It's fine. Aaron, you're going to go. And you're going to make sure Michael tells the truth.
Oh, God. You know what? Could this day get any worse?
Interior kitchen.
Hey, Jimmy, what's up?
Not much.
Cool, very cool. Bet if you tried, you could grow the best beard of anyone in this office.
Thanks, Dwight.
That laugh is so infectious.
You're creeping me out. I'm going to go.
I didn't mean any of those things I just said. And you can expect the same from everyone in this office if you don't nip this whole Employee of the Month situation in the bud. Make it about the work.
Let me guess. You think you should get it.
He hands Jim a folder.
This encompasses all available data. Hours, tardiness, unconfirmed sick days, participation. Everyone has an assigned random number for total fairness and transparency. Also, this should be accompanied by a monetary prize.
Well, in an ideal world...
In an ideal world, I would have all 10 fingers on my left hand, so my right hand could just be a fist for punching.
Okay, if it's all the same to you, I'm just going to take away survival skills and self-defense.
I'm going to run this by Toby in accounting and have him assemble the data.
That's okay. I'll do it.
Interior high school hallway. Michael and Aaron walk down the hall. Aaron's dragging a big suitcase behind her. They run into a girl in Scott's Tots shirts.
Hey, Mr. Scott.
Oh, hey, Michaela Lasker. How are you?
I'm good.
Good to see you. Where's your saxophone?
It's in the music room, Mr. Scott.
Eighth grade graduation, she gave a rendition of When the Saints Go Marching in what would blow your freaking mind.
Ow.
Well, you didn't even hear it.
Everyone's so excited that you're here today.
Oh, good.
Now, I know you probably want to see everyone, but I was wondering if I could ask you some questions first.
Sure.
Aaron points to the plaque that says the Michael Gary Scott Reading Room.
You're famous.
I'm sure you remember this place.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to go in?
No, not at all. Nope, come on.
Michaela leads Michael to a classroom.
Oh, you know what? I shouldn't go in there. I'm pretty busy. I should just...
We just want to say thanks.
Oh.
She opens the door to a bunch of cheerleading students. Interior classroom continuous.
Mr. Scott!
Mr. Scott!
The teacher stands at the front of the room.
Mr. Scott, I know you're a busy man and your schedule moves around a lot, but through all of your generosity through the years, your tots who are ready to graduate thought it was time to give you a proper thank you.
A bunch of students get up and dance.
Hey, Mr. Scott.
Hey, Mr. Scott. What you gonna do?
What you gonna do? Make our dreams
come true. Scott, what you gonna do? What you gonna do to make our dreams come true? Who's rapping?
Zach.
Hey, Mr. Scott, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Make our dreams come true. You came into our lives and made a promise, made us honest, made us realize we don't need to compromise because we can have it all. Because you made it probable for us to achieve the improbable.
Hey, Mrs. Scott,
what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Make our dreams come true.
Wow! Interior office later. Dwight walks up to accounting holding the empty tissue box for collecting money.
Hey, so Jim thought it would be ideal if we all pitched in.
Hey.
So Jim thought it would be ideal if we all pitched in a 20 for this whole Employee of the Month thing.
Jim said that?
He thought you were doing an incredible job last month.
Jim said that?
You seem surprised.
No, that makes total sense.
He puts a 20 in the tissue box.
Hey, buddy, so every...
Sure.
He adds a 20 to the box. Interior Dwight talking head.
5 minutes ahead of schedule. Right on schedule.
Interior classroom later.
Politicians are always coming around telling us they're going to fix our schools, promising this and that. But you, Mr. Scott, you're actually doing it.
Yeah.
You've taught these kids with hard work that anything is possible.
Yeah.
You're a dream maker, and I thank you. I thank you, I thank you, I thank you so much.
He walks to the front of the room to talk.
There were a lot of times over the years where I was pressured to get into the drug game.
No.
I always thought back to my guardian angel and that gift that you gave me. So, just want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to go on to college, educate myself, and become the next president.
Oh, God, oh, God.
Interior the office later. Jim stands in front of the bullpen while his whole office turns to watch.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I know you're all very excited, but no matter who gets this, I just want to say that you are all employees of the month in my eyes. And the winner is employee number 9, and that is...
Andy reads off the chart.
Number nine, Jim Halpert.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, no.
Okay, wait, I did not.
I did not. How come not?
Guys, listen, this was anonymous, all right? There's no way I could have given it to myself because I didn't even know who was on here. I just gave it to the employee with the highest overall score.
To my tally, you just won back your own parking spot, a vacation day, and a nice tidy quarter of $1,000 from all of us.
Well, everybody just stop for a second because obviously I'm not going to take any of it. A mistake has been made and we'll figure it out. Second of all, there was no cash prize.
Yes.
Dwight?
Yeah, you said in an ideal world there would be a cash prize. Isn't that what you said?
No, Dwight, I meant, yes, in a perfect world, someone would get money, but...
Yeah, but in your perfect world, only you get money.
Interior classroom later.
Let's put your hands together and give a warm welcome for the man of the hour, Mr. Michael Scott.
Michael walks up to the podium.
All right. Wow. I am never going to forget today. Neither will you. Not a chance. I don't think I could ever give back to you what you have given me today. Who here has done something stupid in their lives? Like skipped out on study hall or mixed up the difference between A gym and B gym. That sort of thing. Show of hands, anybody? Yes, a bunch of you. Okay, well, me too. I've done something stupid, which I would like to share.
The bell rings.
Should we go?
Oh, no, we're okay. It's a double period.
All right. I came here today because I promised you tuition, and tuition is very valuable, but you know what's invaluable is intuition. You know what that is? That is the ability to know when something is about to happen. Oh, God. Does anybody out there of intuition? Know what's going to happen next? Nobody? Okay. You're going to make me say it. All right. I am so proud of all of you. Derek, LeFever, Ben, and Ian, Michaela, and Nikki, and Jason, and I'm sorry. Okay, sorry, spacing. Your name?
I'm Zion. I'm Michaela's younger brother.
Oh my God. Well, Zion. How do I do this? I am not going to be paying for your college tuition. Which brings me to my next point, and that is that I will not be able to pay for anybody's tuition. I'm so sorry.
The entire class yells at him.
What?
Oh my God.
You lied to us.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I lied to myself too, and I'm not a millionaire. I thought I would be by the time I was 30, but I wasn't even close. And then I thought maybe by the time I was 40, but by 40, I had even less money than when I was 30. Maybe by my 50s, I don't know. I don't want to pay for your education. I wanted to pay for your education. I really did. It was my dream. Some people have evil dreams. Some people have selfish dreams or wet dreams. My dream was in the right place.
You owe this to us.
Okay, hold on.
He motions to Aaron to bring the suitcase over to him and opens it.
Now I can't pay for your college, but you don't have to go to class to be in class. Online courses are a valuable option to a traditional college experience. And the best way to access those courses is with your own personal laptop.
Oh.
Students
which is useless without batteries, and I have one for each of you.
What?
What? No.
Oh, hey, hold on.
The room quiets.
They're lithium.
They all
No.
start yelling.
The worst.
Interior office.
Oh, sorry. Look, there was a big mistake, obviously, so I will fix it, okay? This was your idea anyway.
Correction. It was my idea.
Okay.
Interior Dwight talking head.
My idea.
Interior office.
Guys, I'm starting to think Pam's not actually pregnant.
Okay, for the record, I am pregnant, and obviously there's been some kind of mistake. So why doesn't Jim just pick the next highest score on the list and we'll move on?
That's fair.
Excellent idea, Pam.
Thank you.
Andy looks at his clipboard.
That would be employee number 3, which would be son of a bitch, Pam Halpert.
Mm-hmm.
How is that possible? No offense, Pam, but how the hell is that possible?
There must be some reasonable explanation for this.
No, wait, come on. I didn't miss a day. I came in early. I stayed late. I doubled my sales last month.
Oh, really? From what, 2 to 4?
Interior Pam talking head.
Yup.
Interior office.
Guys, this isn't some elaborate scam, okay?
Hi, I have a custom order, or I have an order for a custom cake, Jim Halpert.
Okay, this is me, but I didn't order that cake.
Look who it is.
He tilts the
Only
cake to
be
show
you.
the camera, which has a picture of Jim on it.
It could only be you. Way to go.
He knew all along.
I'm gonna have some cake.
Interior office stairwell. Dwight is on his phone, pacing.
This is Kevin Malone. Is David there?
No, he's in his weekly staff meeting. Can I take a message?
Tell him I'm mad at Jim because he's asking us to give money to Pam. This is Sam Hudson. Jim Halpert is a menace. It's Kobe Flenderson. Listen, things are getting really bad down here.
Exterior high school. Aaron and Michael are leaving when the student stops them.
Hey, Mr. Scott.
Oh God. Aaron, can you give us a second?
Aaron walks away.
That was messed up what you did.
Yeah, I know. I know. I'm sorry.
Who does something like that? Who promises that to a bunch of kids and then just doesn't come through like that?
What can I do?
You can pay for my college.
I can give you an extra laptop battery. Not everyone took one. How about this? If you can find a way to pay for your college tuition, let me buy your books, okay?
They're expensive.
Yeah, well, I owe you that at least, right?
It's about $1,000.
Really? Wow. That's over $200 a year.
No, $1,000 each year.
Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna write 4 checks for $1,000 each. I'm gonna date them 1 year apart. Now, you are to use 1 check a year, and please call me before you cash the check, cause I've got monies to move around.
Okay. Make it out to my mom, Rosa.
Michael writes the check.
That's a lot of zeros.
Interior Jim's office. The phone rings and Jim picks it up.
This is Jim.
Jim, what the hell is happening there?
Hey, David.
He closes the door to his office to keep the cameras out, but we can still see him through the window and hear him.
Yes.
I just totally lost my place. Hold on, guys. 1 second.
87.
Right. Oh, cool. So there was a little bit of a miscommunication here today. It's been a little while, but I am on it.
Just so I understand, you start Employee of the Month, give it to yourself, then people complain, so you give it to your wife?
No,
Am I missing something?
I don't really know how it happened, David.
Interior Dwight talking head.
I know how it happened.
Interior office stairwell. Dwight listens to the recording of the conversation that was captured by the recording pen he planted in Jim's office.
Jim, I bumped you up because I thought you could make my life easier. If you can't do that, we're going to have a separate discussion.
All right, it will not happen again, I promise.
All right. Hey, I'm sorry. I'm taking this out on you.
No!
It's been crazy here. You know, I think you're doing a great job, right?
What?
Yeah, thank you.
No.
Okay. Hey, we still on for dinner this weekend?
What?
Yes,
Okay.
Are you kidding me?
see you.
Damn it.
Interior Michael's car. Michael drives sullen as Aaron starts to sing a Scott's Tots song.
Hey, Mr. Scott, what you gonna do? What you gonna do to make our dreams come true?
Please stop. 15 lives. I destroyed 15 young lives today.
No,
Yes.
no, there's financial aid. They could join the Army or the Navy.
You're what, like 12?
The principal told me that 90% of Scott's Tots are on track to graduate. That's 35% higher than the rest of the school. So I think if you hadn't made that promise, a lot of them would have dropped out, which is something to think about, I think.
I think you're doing a great job.
Really?
What do you want from this job, provided the company doesn't go out of business?
I've always wondered what it might be like to be an accountant.
Really?
Yes, but I'm terrible at math, so.
You know, when I hired Kevin, he was actually applying for a job at the warehouse.
Seriously?
Yeah, I just sort of had a feeling about him. I have a feeling about you too.
She thinks about it for a second, then starts singing again.
Hey, Mr. Scott, what you gonna do? What you gonna
do to make our dreams come true? Hey,
Mr. Scott, what you gonna do? What you gonna do to make our dreams come
true?
Interior office later.
See you tomorrow, Dwight.
Apparently.
Jim exits. Ryan walks up to Dwight.
How's it going? Good day?
Not now, Temp.
Okay, so, listen, I know about your diabolical plan.
What? Diabolical plan? I wouldn't even know where to begin a diabolical.
Ryan holds up a written copy of Dwight's diabolical plan.
I found a copy of it in the copier tray.
So what do you want?
I want the same thing you want. I want to take Jim Halbert down. I want in.
They shake hands. End of episode.
Now.
The office. Angry Andy. Interior conference room day. Phyllis stands by the window looking at the rain.
Woo! Wow, it is raining cats and dogs out there. Holy moly.
Interior Jim talking head.
Phyllis says the same 12 cliches every time it rains. So I promise everyone that if she says all of them by noon today, I will send out her hot chocolates.
Interior the office.
So, how was the drive-in?
Oh, nobody knows how to drive in the rain.
You don't say.
Shoots Jim a meaningful look, and Jim gives him the point on a notepad. Interior office kitchen.
Oh, the plants are going to love this.
He too shoots Jim a meaningful glance. Interior break room.
I actually sleep better when it's raining. Tell me about it.
Jim notes the phrase as well. Interior the office later.
Time's almost up. How many do we have left?
This one. The weather makes me want to stay at home, curled up with a good book.
Phyllis enters.
Phyllis, this rain, does it make you want to be doing something?
What do you mean?
Like, aren't some things just so nice and, cozy in the rain?
Hey, come on.
Lots of things are cozy in the rain.
And that's noon. Exactly.
Oh.
Everyone groans. Interior Phyllis talking head.
I mean, normally the rain would make me want to stay home, curled up with a good book, but everybody's been being so nice to me today, and I'm really happy being here.
Interior office later. Andy enters with Aaron behind him.
My girlfriend's back, and there's gonna be trouble. Hey la, hey la. My girlfriend's back.
The other people in the office cheer and applaud.
Anyway, I know it's the end of the day. We just wanted to stop by and say hi.
Kevin walks up to them wearing a Cornell cardigan.
Welcome home.
Thank you.
Hey, Kev.
Yeah.
Nice sweater.
Thank you. Nellie was nice enough to give it to me. She's sweet. I wish there was pockets.
Andy points at a figure on Dwight's desk.
What happened to old Salty?
Ellie let me bubbleize him. His name is Captain Mutato.
Interior Dwight talking head.
I've written quite a bit of X-Men fan fiction. Captain Mutato is half man, half mermaid, so he can fight crime as a man and make love as a mermaid. Most of my writing involves the latter.
Interior Andy, now Nellie's office.
Okie dokie.
He knocks on Nellie's door.
Yes?
He walks in and looks around.
Whoa, well, you must be the famous Nellie Bertram I've been hearing all about. I'm the famous Annie Bernard you've been hearing all about. And you,
Yes.
I just want to thank you for jumping in and minding the store during my temporary absence.
You are most welcome.
Anyway, now that I'm back, I would love to have my office back whenever you get a chance.
No.
Obviously, we'll figure out the logistics of moving all this stuff out of here, but, you know, the sooner the better.
Mm-hmm.
Get back to normalcy.
No.
Interior kitchen. Jim and Pam are having lunch with Robbie and Kelly. Ryan is lingering nearby.
And then you just lay him in his crib, and then bicycle his legs. And then after Jim quiets down, you do the same thing with your baby. But if it keeps giving you problems, just give me a call.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. But seriously, we don't want to bother you any more than we already have.
That's it.
It's no bother. You guys are our friends.
Interior Jim and Pam talking head.
Ravi, our amazing pediatrician, was asking us if we knew any girls, and I said I know the perfect girl.
Yep, because Kelly is Indian and... Oh, that's it.
Race had nothing to do with it. I just knew they would be good together.
Montage. Kelly crying over Ryan in various places all over the office.
Kelly has been a handful in the past.
Flashback. Interior Kelly's nook. Kellen and Ryan are making out.
She's had a bad influence. She's like an addict.
Interior Kelly's nook. Later, she and Ryan argue.
And I just had to get her clean.
Interior accounting nook. Kelly and Ryan make out on Oscar's desk while Kevin watches.
Get lower.
Interior kitchen.
Also, a little tip, never shake the baby.
Sorry, just to be clear, you're saying do not shake the baby.
Don't shake the baby. A lot of times parents get frustrated because the baby's crying and they shake the baby, and you got to, you can't do that.
Don't shake our baby?
Yeah.
Okay, I've never heard that before, so thank you.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm glad you said something.
Me too.
Interior Ryan talking head.
Kelly and I broke up, and she can do whatever she wants, and her new boyfriend seems awesome. If you're into Indian people, I'm not.
Interior kitchen. Kelly and Ryan exit.
Hi, hey, what's the deal with this guy? He's really into Kelly.
Yeah, they're really great together.
Maybe we weren't right together, but it's weird. I'd rather she be alone than with somebody. Is that love?
That's about it, yeah.
Interior Nellie's office. Robert enters.
Ellie, you've been terrific in your interim capacity, but Andrew is the rightful manager, so if you would just give him his office.
No.
I'm sorry.
This is what I was trying to tell you.
I'm not accustomed to people saying no to me.
Well, Bobby, get accustomed to it, because then it feels so good when they finally say yes.
You're both adults. I'm sure you can figure this out between yourselves.
Interior Robert California talking head.
I never allow sexual desire to influence a business decision. So I find it best to excuse myself temporarily until I've had a chance to make love, then go back and analyze the situation rationally. Buffett operates the same way.
Interior Nellie's office.
I'm going to count down from 5, and if you're not out of my office, I'm going to dock your pay $100.
Okay.
5, 4.
You can't dock my pay.
Angela, dock Andy's pay $100.
On it.
Great. Great. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Angela, please dock Nellie's pay $100. Angela.
Do you want to go again?
Angela.
Let's go again. 5, 4.
Oh, she's counting again.
3, 2, 1.
Oh.
Angela, $200. You got it.
Seriously, Angela?
Interior Aaron and Andy talking head.
I got a little bit of an anger problem. Got me in trouble a couple of years ago.
When I see him start to get mad, I just put my hand on his arm like this.
Interior Nellie's office.
I know. Let's go $10,000. 5, 4.
You're just saying numbers. It's meaningless.
3.
It's literally like
2.
Andy runs out of the room.
1.
Exterior of the office parking lot. Aaron helps Andy into his car.
There you go. Hey, we're gonna have a nice hot date.
Interior break room the next day.
Hey, so last night was so not a big deal.
Oh, yeah, I was just tired.
We both were. Plus, I was definitely not my normal sexy self.
What? Whoa, no, are you kidding? You were so sexy. Just the thought of you last night, like, crazy turns me on. It just didn't last night.
Really, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, I know it's not a big deal.
Interior of the kitchen. Ryan is showing Kelly a stack of pictures.
I found these the other day while I was journaling, and they remind me of you.
Oh, those are from our weekend at the timeshare.
Yeah, the fractional ownership property. Oh, we took this one right before we got into that huge fight.
God, I don't even remember what that fight was about.
You're being really bratty about where we would go out to dinner. But all I remember is how pretty you looked taking those pictures of me. Anyway, if you want to order prints of your own, I can send you the link.
Interior Ryan talking head.
I'm in love with Kelly Kapoor, and I don't know how I'm going to feel tomorrow or the next day or the day after that, but I do know that right here, right now, all I can think about is spending the rest of my life with her. Again, that could change.
Interior stairwell. Aaron talks to Dwight in secret.
When you lost the manager job,
Yes.
did it affect you outside of the office?
How?
I don't know what the technical term is. Penial sophiosis.
Aaron, I'm so glad that you trusted me. You came to the exact right person for this. No, I never once experienced anything remotely like that. Never.
Oh, okay.
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 Washington Monument.
Okay. Oh.
Eiffel Tower.
Okay, okay.
Interior Kelly's nook. Kelly is online shopping, putting a ton of dresses into her cart very quickly when Pam walks up to her.
I saw you getting along with Ryan again.
He's so sweet. He pointed to my latte and said, Kelly, that will be the color of our children.
Yeah, he's so great. Remember how it felt when he cheated on you, though?
Which time?
I'm not going to let Kelly throw her life away on Ryan. And it has nothing to do with access to my pediatrician. Why would you even ask on where we're going to ask? Because I felt like that question was coming.
Interior Nellie's office. Dwight is briefing Nellie.
One of Toby's eyes is getting smaller, so there's that. Gabe bragged about having an extra ticket to the air show this weekend, and Meredith said she was interested, and then Gabe said immediately after that his friend might be taking the ticket. So I'll keep you posted on that.
Interior Dwight talking head.
Every day I brief Nellie on what's going on in the office. Most of it's relevant, but a good informer doesn't judge what's worth passing on.
Interior Nellie's office continuous.
Oh, and Andy lost his masculinity. So congratulations on that.
What do you mean?
Aaron made it clear to me that he was unable to perform sexually last night. By contrast, I went to sleep with an erection so large it was like I was wearing an open wheel. Wow. I knew you'd win, but you just demolished him. I'm a little bit jealous, actually. Reduced him to a mere ant.
Interior Nellie talking head.
I I just wanted to take the man's job, not his manhood.
Interior office later.
Okay, I would like to invite everyone into the conference room.
You can't call a meeting, but I would like to have a meeting in the conference room right now. So let's get in the conference room. Thank you. Good. Thank you for coming to my meeting.
Interior conference room continuous.
Okay, if you would like to take a seat, then we can get started.
Oh, I can't do it because I got to run a meeting, so.
No.
Wanted to talk to all you guys about
He reads the words off the whiteboard.
importance, and know that each and every one of you here is important.
Andrew, not everyone here is important. And the word is impotence.
Which is important in its own way. So if you'd like to have a seat, Andy.
Interior Nelly talking head.
Take a man's job, but leave him his balls. Margaret Thatcher said that, probably. Don't know. Don't read. Didn't see the movie.
Interior conference room continuous.
This meeting is not about any one person in particular. It is a human problem.
It's not just a human problem. Flounders frequently experience impotence, especially when converting from male to female and then back again to male.
Ellie, does the person affected by this want us to help her in any way in particular?
Oh, no, it's not me. No. I've never had any problem in that arena, and I have been with several older men.
How old?
Oh, Jinx, buy me some Coke.
Dwight told me about it earlier.
Wait,
What?
you promised.
Dwight couldn't get it up for Nellie?
No. It's not me. I'm going to prove it right here, right now.
Thrust at his pelvis.
What are you doing?
What is this?
Stop that, Dwight. Stop that. Stop it.
Fine. It was me. I couldn't. I had a problem with Aaron last night. Happy?
Interior Andy talking head.
I had a lot on my mind last night, and I didn't perform, okay? It happens to plenty of guys. It's usually not followed by a giant workplace discussion and an interview.
Interior conference room continuous.
Every guy in this room has been touched by this affliction. Tuna? T-Dog?
I have other issues. I'm terrible at math, overweight. You're in great shape. A lot better shape than I am. Tell you what.
Seems Andy is the only one with this problem.
Fascinating.
I don't remember I don't really see what the problem is. Aaron doesn't even like sex, remember? You said it feels like getting tackled by a skeleton.
Chumbo, come on, help me out. Any problems with little Chumbo?
Tip top shape.
Oh, Stanley?
No.
Creed, you're 1,000 years old.
Any complaints? Wouldn't care if I did.
Okay, so Okay, so and then they like boop, boop, boop.
And we have to talk about how I have erectile dysfunction.
I know. Sorry. You guys are just killing me. Actually, Andy, I think maybe we experienced it.
What happened?
That a couple of times.
A couple times.
Jim, maybe you could tell us about one of those times.
Yeah, Jim.
Yeah, Jim, get it out there.
I don't, yes, that time, it was very late. We had sex so many times already. I was exhausted.
Okay, stop.
I was very drunk.
If it makes you feel any better, I never had an orgasm until I was 42. And then when I did, it lasted till I was 44.
Interior Phyllis talking head.
43 was just, I got nothing done.
Interior conference room continuous.
I've read, and I don't know anything about this personally, but they say prostate stimulation can help.
Ugh.
This is just This is American life. I think I heard it all.
No, that's absolutely the case.
I know, right?
You know, my rectal electro ejaculator is rated for bovine use only, but I could let you rent it.
And Andy, why don't you tell us about the best erection of your life? Or does anyone else have any remarkable erections they'd like to share?
Reed, Kevin, and Meredith raise their hands.
Wow, what are we talking about?
Kobe, doesn't HR have some rules against talking about this kind of stuff?
Aaron, HR is a joke. I can't do anything about anything.
Most important thing to remember is not to stress about this. Stress just makes it worse, and then you stress more, and that's a vicious spiral.
I almost didn't come in today.
Interior office later. Andy is on the phone with his dad trying to have a discreet conversation, but Aaron can hear him all the way at reception.
Dad, don't think of it as a demotion. Just think of it as a promotion to a lower level. I don't think you have to tell your friends anything. It hasn't been decided yet.
Nellie walks up to reception.
Aaron, on phone memos, you're writing the date American style, month, day, year. I prefer it day, month, year. Smaller, bigger, biggest. Ooh, sexual innuendo, not intentional.
Shut up! Shut up! I am sick of your dumb opinions. And if you don't like the way I take phone messages, here.
She throws the whole phone at Nellie, still plugged in.
Take him yourself.
Oh, and another thing? Our sex life is none of your businesses.
And Andy is the manager, not Nellie.
Stop protecting me. I'm a man and I can protect myself. This is misdirected anger and I'm sorry. I don't mean to lash out at you. There's a lot coming up right now, all at once. Dad, go to hell. I'm taller than you.
Okay, just calm down.
You are not the manager. I earned that job. I was personally chosen after Robert was chosen and quit.
Andy, why don't you just take a seat?
Why don't you take a seat, you idiot?
He throws a chair.
And why don't you take all your stupid memos and your stupid pens and your dumb caramels?
Aaron throws all these things at Robert and Nellie.
And your stupid face.
Andy grabs Nellie's photo off the wall and smashes it on the ground.
And your stupid office.
He punches a hole in the wall.
He does not like that wall.
Interior office reception later. Andy and Aaron sit on the couch by the front door.
Maybe we'll get sent to anger management together.
That would actually be cool. I'd love for you to meet some of the guys.
Andy, Aaron, you can join us now.
Interior break room.
Yeah, here you've been bad-mouthing me to Kelly.
All I did was remind her that you used to treat her badly.
Well, that's your opinion, and it's her opinion, but it's not my opinion. If you have something bad to say to me, Pam, say it to my face.
Fair enough. I don't think you're a very good person. And forgive me, but I feel like I've said this to you before. I don't like you very much.
Well, a lot of people would say that I'm a much better match for Kelly than Ravi is.
Oh, come on, Ryan. Ravi's way better.
For Kelly?
Yeah. Man, you're insane right now. Ravi's the whole package.
I've never met Ravi personally, but I'm going to go ahead and say, just having known you a short while, Brian, that I prefer Ravi. And again, I've never even met this guy.
Kelly, I wrote you the most amazing love poem, but I can't even read it. My heart couldn't handle it.
Oh, no.
Oh, come on.
Read it, please. I love amazing poetry.
No, it would cause me too much pain.
Oh, read through the pain. Be strong.
This poem would crush you.
Ryan, go away. She found herself a beautiful boyfriend.
Yeah, man. He's absolutely gorgeous. Please leave her alone.
You see, Kelly, our love scares them. It screws up their cookie-cutter world.
Interior Kelly talking head.
Ravi makes me incredibly happy, and Ryan puts me through so much drama. So I guess I have to decide which one of those is more important to me.
Interior Nelly's office.
Andy, we're going to go with Nellie as manager and put you back on the sales team. I promise you, in time, we'll all laugh about this incident. I already think it's kind of funny.
No.
Excuse me?
I'm saying no.
Well, you can't say no.
No.
Exterior of the office parking lot later. Everyone is leaving the office when Ryan rides up on a white horse dressed like the groom in a traditional Indian wedding.
Oh, boo. Boo to you, boo.
Oh, boo. Boo to you. Boo.
You are toxic. You are toxic. Shit.
Boo.
Jim pulls her back.
Hey, okay?
Kel, I have a few things to say to you, so please don't interrupt.
I wasn't going to interrupt.
Well, you do that a lot, so just don't. Thank you. I know that I haven't always treated you the way that you, for whatever reason, felt you deserve to be treated. But I want to marry you. Kelly Kapoor. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but someday. And probably.
Barf! Ugh, you suck!
What is your problem?
His horse starts to turn and walk.
Hey, can we turn this back around, please? This is very important to me.
Turn around, Mitch.
Please turn this thing around. Thank you.
She doesn't want to turn around.
Thank you. Kelly, I can't promise you that we'll always stay together. I can't promise that I'll never cheat on you, nor should I. Modern marriages aren't built that way. Men aren't built that way. There are a very interesting article I can email to you. But I can tell you this, even if the odds are 50-50 that we'll break up within the week, I want to roll those dice. I love you, Kelly.
Ryan.
She walks up to him.
Will you roll those dice with me?
You mean so much to me. But I love Ravi, and I choose him.
No, you don't.
I do.
No, you don't.
I hope we can still be friends. Can I have a hug?
What?
They hug. He's still on the horse.
That was really cool.
She kisses him and they start making out.
Ew.
Well, it's good to see Kelly's maturing.
Oh, God.
Interior Nelly's office later.
Look, Andrew, we can discuss the specifics of the job.
No.
It's the apology. I really have to insist.
No.
Stop saying that.
No.
Andrew, if you say no one more time, you're fired. So, is there anything else you want to say?
No.
Interior hallway outside the office. Aaron and Andy stand for a talking head. Andy is carrying a box of all his desk things.
I can't describe it. I just, for the first time in a long time, I actually feel in control. I feel alive.
Here.
Oh, I got it.
But you hurt your hand.
I got it.
Right now?
Yes.
They both bolt for the elevator. Interior of the office later. Pam and Jim are the only people still there.
You're not the least bit curious to hear a poem straight from Ryan's soul.
Not at all. Can we go?
Kapoor and Kadesperate, he watches.
Second line.
He is a drifter out to sea.
Interior of the office later. Jim and Pam are still reading the poem, now clearly emotionally affected by it.
And when the Indian Ocean calms, one speck of white remains in the waters cold and Kelly green.
It's just so dumb. But when he describes himself as a child lost on a little raft.
Oh, Ryan can never know.
End of episode.
Sorry for